Stream Sports. Proudly covering local high school athletics and District 10 championship on Stream.
Welcome to Stream TV's coverage of the Franklin Knights. Franklin Knight Football is presented in part by UPMC Orthopedic Care, by Franklin Industries, by Franklin Oil Region Credit Union, by the University of Pittsburgh Titusville Education and Training Hub, by State Farm agent Michael Dill, by Franklin Bronze Precision Components, by Crawford Health Improvement Coalition, serving the health needs of Northwest Pennsylvania, by Pizza Joe's on Liberty Street, and by Allegheny Toyota.
And you're where tonight live stream television brings you the Franklin Knights hosting the Hickory Hornets. I'm Ryan Weimer, up here in the booth with my partner in crime, Chad Wilkinson.
Hey.
Thank you, Chad. And running and coordinating the show is the main man, Slick Nick.
Oh, yeah.
How we doing? How we doing?
All right, Nick. So tonight we got a little bit of David versus Goliath going on out there. You know, we have the Franklin Knights, which had a great showing week one.
Yeah.
It was a competitive, a ton of that in the past couple years from the Knights. A very competitive game with Titusville. We came up short, which that's going to happen. And Goliath here,
For sure. Yeah, they size, numbers, skill, just about outweigh us in every category. And if you look at the stats from last week, they a perfect QB rating for their quarterback, 13 to 14, 4 TDs.
That's tough to compete with.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are or at what level, whether it's peewee, high school, college, or obviously professional. A perfect QB rating, that's impressive.
Yeah, for sure.
The Knights, I don't want to focus on the negative, but we have a couple of injuries that are going to be big factors tonight. The starting quarterback, bone bruise in one of his knees. He is not going to be able. He's not dressing tonight.
But he's day to day, week to week right now, so that's a good thing.
He's day to day, not bad. Unfortunately, our star running back Toby Sanchez, who had over 100 yards last week.
I didn't realize that until I saw the stats today.
You're right. As a junior, a running back that gets over 100 yards, unfortunately, he is out for the season with a torn LCL in the knee. So he's going to have surgery. So anytime you have something that has a CL in the knee,
not good.
No. So also tonight, our kicker, Nate Fenningworth, is out. He was playing soccer this week at a game against Grove City. A couple guys go up with him head-to-head trying to head the ball. He comes out with a concussion. So, which he, in games like this, Nate sticks out in any game.
Sure.
But in a game like this, the Hickory Hornets, they have a spectacular kicker themselves, and we do. And last year it was kind of neat to see those two kickers go back and forth. Unfortunately, tonight Nate's not going to be able to make the game, and he is week to week.
Yeah, talking with him earlier, he said once some symptoms subside.
Good, yeah.
So he's feeling good, though.
Yeah, and it's good to see because he had a neck brace on, which we saw. We can tell people
Right.
that he had a neck brace on, and that's just to kind of keep everything stabilized for him to recover quicker and better. And let's be honest, he has to be ready just in case because there's a lot of times last year where he was making tackles.
Yeah. You don't want him to, but
No.
on the kicks and the punts, he's the last line of defense, and
He is.
Had a few tackles for sure.
Yeah. So tonight's going to be a tough game for the Knights. we're not going to say they have no chance. They have a chance. They're playing. The guys that are there have opportunities, and when you have an opportunity, you got to make the best of it.
That's right.
So Landon Lynch is the starting quarterback tonight. He's a junior, tall young guy. I've been seeing him at the weight room with Toby and Jason. They're kind of like the dynamic trio that go to the weight room. So it's good to see him doing that. He's going to be under center tonight. And then in the backfield, replacing Toby tonight is going to be Bryson Watson, who, as we remember last week, Bryson was pretty dynamic as a receiver. That he brings to the table.
Great speedster. If we can get him on the edge, he definitely can fly. He's got Toby beat on that aspect of his game. So, he could easily hurdle over any of these guys. He's a district-ranked hurdler for sure.
100%, yeah.
Team.
Which is pretty cool to see because, it's one of those deals where Toby's more of like a juke kind of guy inside the tackles, juking, or maybe, I think Bryson wants to stretch it out a little bit. So maybe we'll see if the Knights offensively change game plan a little bit, maybe spread out this team.
They don't have a choice. They lost their two bell cows and their starting quarterback and starting running back. So tonight you have to lean on Cole Buckley and Big Al, Al Weibel. Yeah. Get the ball in their hands as quick as possible. Hopefully spread these folks out. Quick hitters, get the quarterback comfortable.
Yeah.
And, because he's going to have some jitters.
100%.
First-year quarterback, period, let alone, starting first game ever. So.
Yeah, I got a couple jitters in me, and it's just for him. So in replacing Nate is going to be Connor Ritchie.
Yep.
He is another soccer player. So it's a good feeder system for kickers. Is to get somebody that can just light it up, and that typically tends to be a kid that plays soccer. So, and he's a sophomore, 6'1", 170. So he's no, he's not a little shrimp on a Barbie. He's a decent sized kid and pretty strong. So we'll see how that comes about. So that's what we're doing tonight. We got the Hickory Hornets coming into Franklin, Pennsylvania against the Franklin Knights. We're going to take a little break and come back, and we'll talk to you soon.
Most individuals, when they have an injury, they want to get back immediately, whether that is getting back to work or getting back to sport or getting to their next yoga workout. We really want to give them pain-free function and mobility as best we can for the extent of their lives, so they can be active, so they can enjoy being with their loved ones.
Jake from State Farm.
We have to know.
Yeah, these are State Farm pajamas. No, what if we have to talk to somebody about our policy, but it's late at night? Call us 24/7.
Great, because what if someone still calls his mom for everything?
We'll walk you through everything. At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs.
Oh, yeah, Mom, everything's great. Yeah. I mean, not my mom.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
Babies require persistence, patience, a sense of humor, and protection. That's why nearly all parents choose immunization. It's safe, proven protection against 14 serious diseases like measles and whooping cough. So give your baby the recommended vaccines before age 2 and get a little help in the protection department. For more reasons to immunize, talk to your child's doctor or go to cdc.gov/vaccines.
Franklin Oil Region Credit Union has 2 convenient locations to serve their members, 101 North 13th Street in Franklin and 25 East 1st Street in Oil City. Did you know that becoming a member is pretty easy? All you have to do is live, work, worship, volunteer, attend school, or just conduct business in Venango, Forest, Warren, or Crawford counties. Stop in and talk to us about all the benefits of becoming a member. And best of luck to all the students and athletes this fall from Franklin Oil Region Credit Union.
And we're back live
Beautiful night.
It's a perfect night.
Not a cloud in the sky.
No, it's a great night. 3-day week. Labor Day weekend. But so tonight, the Franklin Knights are hosting the Hickory Hornets. One thing I want to talk about is the Hickory Hornets. Their program's been obviously really good. They do have we're not doing justice by saying they have a man-child in this number 2, Sean Kennedy. We watched him last year, and we both looked at each other when we watched across the field, and we saw him like, oh my, that's a ball of muscle. And we thought for sure, oh yeah, well, he's probably graduated. And doing well. He's thriving. This team, like you said, they do have a pretty dynamic quarterback. And so I think we're going to see a lot of balls thrown downfield, and hopefully the Knights with their secondary. Now Toby was one of the player in the secondary, so we have one person missing, but we still have Cole Buckley out there.
Yeah.
And when you have Cole, you're gonna have a chance, and I think back to the Knights, I think that's where we're gonna have to live a little bit, is gonna be on Cole Buckley stepping up. I know we have a backup quarterback. You don't always have to throw a 25-yard out to Cole to get him involved in the game.
Quick screens, slants,
right?
Anything that just gets the ball out of Lynch's hands fast into Cole's hands, because if you look at the stats from last week, it was the Cole and Toby show. Both had over 100 yards, both receiving, rushing. Yeah. And I think 5 of the 6 passes all went to Cole that we threw that night. So
yeah. No, it's an obvious thing, and when you have a high school team, you're going to have that. You're going to have these dynamic players, and you're going to focus on that. Some of them are running backs, some are receivers. Those that are blessed have linemen and running backs and receivers. Now tonight we again bring back our line. Everybody's healthy on the line. We got 4 out of the 5 guys are seniors. Last week I thought the Knights,
I thought they played well.
I thought they did too.
Yeah, I feel they controlled the line of scrimmage. I mean, Toby had some big holes to go up through.
He did.
So,
and also what I liked about Toby and these other guys that are progressing along is they made the first hit. When you go to tackle these guys, they're hitting you first.
Yeah.
And that always gets you that extra couple yards.
The physicality was definitely there last week. I hope it can maintain this week. Now, again, you're going against a bigger school, bigger squad. Franklin obviously knows they're the underdog coming into this, and, statistically have a very small chance of winning this game. So as long as they don't buy into that too much and just come out here and try to punch these guys in the mouth, they can make a game of it.
Listen, I think sometimes when you have a game like this, what does the underdog have to lose?
Exactly.
I mean, really, not a lot. Just go out there and give all you have, and that's what I think Coach Turk is going to want to do for his team, is just preach and preach and preach. Give all you got.
Yeah, and I mean, when you start, kind of letting up, that's when injuries occur.
Yes.
So as long as you're going out there and giving your all every play, everything will work out in the end. You might not get the W, but at least you're going to be competitive. You're going to have respect for yourself, little pride, and hopefully come out healthy.
Yeah. And last week after the game, I talked to Coach Turk out in the parking lot. It was funny because it's the first time I've ever heard him not lost for words. I could barely hear him. He was hoarse from the game, and he said, "I thought we played well. We just didn't execute." And I tend to agree with that. I think that they played well. They just had some execution issues.
Yep.
And tonight, I'm
So that was just, again, the execution phase is we were in the red zone, I don't know how many times, and only came away with, I think, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And, had a missed field goal, had a missed extra point.
Yep.
Just the little things. We had a lot of penalties, turnovers, too.
We did.
So if we can clean that up, we
and you're not going to win games unless you tackle well.
What? I tell you what you're not going to do. You're not going to tackle Sean Kennedy with an arm tackle.
No. If so, you're going to be watching him go the other way for quite a while. We've seen
they didn't hand the ball off to him a lot last week.
No, he's not as dynamic of the runner is what I thought he would be. I think on defense, he is his specialty. The boys have told me that, he's looking at schools for collegiate football, moving on next level, and it's going to be as a linebacker. Yeah. I mean,
he does have a nose for the ball.
He does. And when you have a nose for the ball and that athletic body, good things are going to happen.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're going to be right back. The national anthem is now, and we'll see you in about 5 minutes.
Been a leader in manufacturing in the Franklin community since 1985. With in-house tooling and castings machining, Franklin Bronze can deliver parts fast to a number of industrial sectors, including oil and gas, marine, steel, and many others. Franklin Bronze is currently looking for motivated, talented, and educated individuals who are interested in working in a dynamic environment for a growing company that values its employees. Visit our website to learn about our career opportunities. And from all of us at Franklin Bronze, go Knights!
Quality, safety, and innovation. That's Toyota. Hi, I'm Bruce Sigworth here at Allegheny Toyota in Franklin. Now let's talk resale value. Toyota consistently ranks in the top 10 in resale value, and 3 of our vehicles rank in the top 5 according to KBB.com. That research shows 4Runner, Tundra, and Tacoma maintaining a 60% or higher retail value over a 5-year period. That means you could get thousands of dollars more for your Toyota than any other brand.
We're Allegheny Toyota in Franklin. Go Knights!
Since 1901, Franklin Industries has been a leader in steel manufacturing in our region. We started our journey making steel rails for the railroad, and we're going strong today. Franklin Industries now manufactures steel quality U-posts and T-posts right here in Franklin, Pennsylvania. We take pride in the strength and durability of our product, and we take pride in the strength of our Franklin Knights. We're proud to support our community and Franklin athletics. Go Knights from Franklin Industries.
Welcome you to the Franklin Field. My name is Brian Spade.
Hey. Which, for those of you that don't know, our favorite veteran up in the booth with us tonight is none other than Chad Wilkinson.
Thank you.
He was Air Force for 8 years, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so very proud of him. He did a great service to our country through a lot of different times. So thank you to Chad and all the other veterans out there.
Yeah, thank you, veterans.
So with 10 minutes left, it's going to be an interesting night here for the Franklin Knights. The official weather tonight is it's absolutely sunny, perfect. Look at the temperature here. Let's see here. I think it's 73 degrees and clear with a little bit of wind. So
yeah, temperature's supposed to drop though. As soon as the sun goes down, it's going to be in the low 60s. So, but it should be a good night.
Oh,
hopefully no
football?
Cramping.
Yes.
Yeah, perfect night for football.
And if it goes down in temperature tonight, tomorrow morning at 7:45, yours truly will be warming things up down at Green Meadows in outside of Olant. I'm going to beat the snot out of my brother-in-law and my wife's cousins in a game of golf, which that's all talk. We'll see how things go.
If I were a betting man, which I am, and if anybody was willing to take the action on that, I would put my money on you. So.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for your support. So back to tonight's game. This is like the start of kind of a gauntlet in our schedule, if you will. Next week, let me get the schedule here. We do have a couple of tough games. Obviously, Hickory's Hickory. They're a big, powerful school. After that, we go to General McLean, which they've been very impressive so far this year. And then after that, we host Oil City, which, if anybody was watching in the Venango County, you would see that they won 70-something to nothing.
72, I believe.
Yeah. So, I mean, we got a pretty tough schedule, and the good thing is Oil City at home, and I know the cliche is you can throw out the records. It's a rivalry.
Not that game.
No. You can throw out a lot of things, but it's just a matter of fact that they are on a different level right now than what we are. I will say that our improvement from last year to this year, I think, is going to be better than their improvement or their level from last year to this year.
And if they can clean up the arm tackling, because Knox, he's a speedster, and you're not going to bring him down with an arm tackle either, because he's going to blow right through your arms.
Correct. And that's a kid that is been well documented throughout his high school career, or high school year. Last year as a junior, was in the top of the nation with rushing yards and obviously touchdowns and stuff. So he's very successful, but he's got a whole different offensive line. So we'll see how that goes. But the Knights have a little schedule here that's going to be tough. So this is the beginning, and we'll just kind of play quarter to quarter, if you will.
Yep.
If you're the coach right now, Chad, I'm going to put you on the spot. Am I wrong in saying, listen, I don't care what the score is. If you go out there and you go, quote, balls to the wall, you give all you have, every play, how can you go wrong with that?
Well, you can't. And these kids have to realize, the situation they're up against. Winning is probably not an option at this game.
That's not the main thing tonight.
But improving by going again, they say iron sharpens iron, and you're going against a great District 10 team here in Hickory that you can definitely sharpen your edge, and that will only reap benefits as we go along, because there are winnable games later on in the schedel.
100%. We won't point those out yet.
No, I'm not going to call anybody out.
No, because you never know. But, I feel like you just go and play. And obviously another thing that's going to be tough for the Knights, mentally they have to realize not giving up is a mental victory.
Yes.
You cannot just go half-hearted out here against this kind of caliber of a team. It's going to show itself very clear.
Oh, yeah.
And so you just want to go out here and go, your coach is calling you out, calling you guys that maybe don't get all the playing time. Come on, guys. Show me what you got. It's a little bit of a challenge.
Oh, yeah. And what you're hoping that people take away from this game is like, oh, yeah, man, Franklin might have been outmatched, but you know what? Them kids did not quit.
Yeah.
And they showed some grit and determination.
There's some dogs, and you want to show that to your coach and to basically your competition.
Yeah, for sure. Because they're going to watch this film. They're going to watch this game.
Last week they introduced the offense. This week, I'm sorry, they're doing the defense. We have a priest. Everybody's, a returner. They've been playing a lot, so we'll see how they go. I don't think we should have a whole lot of mental breakdowns because there's a lot. It's very senior-led on defense. You have your middle linebackers are seniors, so those are basically. Would you consider the linebackers, Chad? Middle linebackers your core for your defense?
Yeah. They're in any defense. They're the cog in the wheel. They're the center and kind of direct the traffic and lay out how the defense is going to work.
Yeah, and I feel like on offense, for the Knights, it's going to be the big key factor is going to be our quarterback, running back. Both are new.
Yep.
Not new to the game, but just new this year. So the exchange from the center, who's a senior, so senior exchange to the junior, quarterback, and then the exchange from the junior quarterback to the senior receiver. Or I'm sorry, running back.
Yeah.
And the reason I said receiver by mistake because that's what Austin does. Yeah, he's normally a receiver. So, we'll see how things go. I'm really excited for the Knights tonight. I think it's a good opportunity to prove something to those that are watching and those that are playing against us now and in the future.
Absolutely.
So speaking of the future, the junior Knights last week, they won.
Got a W against Titusville.
They did. They won. I don't know if it was 14-0, 16-0, 2 scores.
It was definitely 2 scores.
2 scores
to
12-0.
I'm not
Could have been
sure.
12, yeah. So kudos to the junior Knights. I know Scott Graham is super proud of that program. He has been with forever.
As he should be.
Oh, yeah, and we were part of it when our kids were there. And it's a great program, and it's a good feeder system for this group out here tonight. So it looks like we're going to have the coin toss. The refs are motioning for the guys to come out for the coin toss. So last week the Knights won the toss and they deferred.
Yep.
Yeah. And let's just keeping it real, Chad. On a night like tonight, what are you thinking if you're the coach? Are you going to defer? Or are you thinking let's strike hard, strike first?
Yeah,
Cobra
no,
Kai.
I don't think there's no Cobra Kai going on tonight. You always, if you win, I get the idea of deferring to the second half.
Yeah.
You're hoping you close out the first half with a score and get the ball right back again. Really, I would take the ball because, the more you have the ball, the less Hickory has it and the less the score is going to, be going up. So
yeah. And out there you can see the Hornets are out there with the Knights. We'll see who gets the call. I remember one year, and for those that know me know that I've been brainwashed as a child to be a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
And I remember one year, the only game we won was against the Washington Redskins. We were winless until that point, and I believe we were, say, 0-8 or 10.
Right.
And we won the coin toss and we deferred. And so we kick off, and the first thing we do, onside kick.
Oh.
And we got the ball.
Oh, yeah.
So, just little scenarios that I like to throw out there.
Well, and that definitely could happen today because in order for us to come away with the victory, there's going to have to be plays like that.
Yeah.
Situations that come up out of the norm because, you play this team 10 times out of 10. They're going to win 9.9 of them more than likely. And again, not a knock on Franklin because I think they're a very much improved team from last year.
It's a different team than last year.
Yeah.
Last year's team literally got out. The physical game was just a different level. This year's team is twice as physical on the line, even the guys running the ball, and even tackling. Even though at the beginning of the game last week, we were kind of tackling high with the arms extended, which wasn't great. But toward the end of the game, you saw guys, and you would see runners from Titusville trying to pull people off of their ankles.
Yeah.
And they had a hold of them. And so, that's where we're at. And so it's a big improvement for the Knights. It looks like the Knights are going to be kicking off. So, again, I'm not sure. I think Connor Ritchie is the kicker. That's what Fenningworth told me. Again, we have the what should I call these uniforms, Chad?
The military appreciation.
So I don't know if all the numbers are exact, but I'm almost positive that's Connor Ritchie because the other person that kicks for us some.
And it's matching up.
Squib kick. All right, so we'll see what they do here. Missed
All
one
right,
tackle.
there we
Okay,
go.
there we go.
Good job
tackle.
of the Knights.
Good job by the Knights.
What is that? 60? Is that 55 or 65? Was that Big Sam? Yay!
Oh, hey-o.
First game back, making a
Sam
tackle.
Weimer's back. Yeah, that's my middle son, Sam. He was out with a little concussion issue. He's back, and he's excited.
Should be. That was a good tackle.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm excited for Sam for obviously dad reasons, but also it gives the field. So we'll see how the Knights hold up on the defense here. Hickory coming out 3 wide.
Good job by Alex Weibel keeping contain on the end. I mean, obviously they busted contain, but there was no gain on that. He was there. He made them bounce it 5 yards deep to get around him.
Yes.
And that helps. Obviously, you're letting your linebackers, giving them time
Let
to flow.
them get there, yes, because, you know, that's the big part. You know, the job of the guys on the end is setting the edge.
Yep.
Just make sure that they don't get outside so quick. So a loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 for the Hornets. Fake to the jet, and they're going to go deep.
Good defense.
Okay, great defense.
Is that Payne on defense there, I
yes,
believe?
that's Drayden Payne, senior defensive back, and he's another one, Chad, we've seen in the weight room quite a bit, and he's much improved physically.
Yes.
Very gifted athlete. Nick, you probably have seen him around the basketball court a few times.
Yeah, he did a real nice job. He helped with the with Fulmer's camp this summer.
Okay.
And, yeah, he's just a good athlete, good kid. I enjoy watching him succeed out there.
Yep.
Good.
Yep. So he has a twin brother, DeMarco. Shout out to him. He's a good ball player coming back again. Both of them are seniors. Brings up 3rd and 12. Back to pass.
Keep
He's
it.
taking off, and looks like
Sniffed
the Knights
out.
are there.
Nice job, Knights. Boy, that.
Very good.
I'll tell you what, I hope this continues the whole game because that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, you gave up 3 yards in the whole first drive, so.
And that's a big victory, obviously, for our defense. But the guys in the back there, the corners and the safeties, he had nowhere to go with the ball.
You're right. You're right.
And so kudos to the guys, and they did a great job. So back deep, it looks like it should be Tristan Books and
Cole Buckley.
Cole Buckley is closest to us, number 5.
Short kick.
Short, Squibbler. Oh, man. Okay.
You know, that's not one that you can easily pick up there, but, you know, that was one of the takeaways from last week that we thought, you know, they need to do a better job of getting up on the ball,
right,
catching it, whether it's on a kickoff, a punt, you know, you're giving up. They gave up 20 yards on the bounce there that they had the ball close to midfield, you know, had they been able to come up and fair catch it.
Yeah, even if you just fair catch it, like you said, and just stay right there, you know, you can do a lot of different things there. So, okay, so Landon Lynch, welcome to week number 2. No pressure,
none.
just the starting quarterback. Cole Buckley in motion, gets
There
a
we
little
go.
pit. There we go.
Oh, good tackle.
Nice tackle. Very good tackle.
Yeah, great open field tackle. Is that number 9? Yeah. Yeah. Timmy Kravosh.
Yeah.
Great open field tackle. I originally thought when Cole got the edge there, I was like, oh, he's going to go at least, you know, 5-10 yards. But
yeah,
a guy came up and made a great tackle.
I have a feeling these bigger schools, you're going to find guys that can keep up with Cole.
Yeah.
Cole's speed. So again, well, now for the Knights, 2nd and 12, just like the Hornets just had.
Got an I formation in the backfield for the Knights.
Yeah.
Is that Big Al back there? That's not Beatty.
Yeah, it's Big Al, lead blocking.
All right. Gain a couple.
Yep. Looks like he gained about 3, maybe 4.
Now, did Buckley line up at the tailback spot there? Okay.
He did. Okay. So, you know, there's, you know, if you're a player watching and you're trying to game plan for Cole Buckley, you got your hands full tonight because he's going to be at different positions. So we got 3rd and 8 for the Knights at the 28-yard line.
Gonna try to spread them out here. Beatty the only guy in the backfield.
I like that. 4 wide. Beatty's a great blocker. I mean, he was player of the game last week.
Absolutely.
And we thought his blocking was top-notch. And so if you're going to have somebody back in the backfield blocking for you, by golly, I'll take Beatty every day. So it looks like a timeout by the Knights.
Yep.
So
don't know if they didn't like what they saw as far as the defensive alignment. I'm not real sure there.
Yeah. The one thing that's going to be key, I think, in this game is for the Knights is obviously if you have momentum, stay with it. But if you don't, relax because things can get spun out of control quick.
Oh, yeah, for
especially
sure.
with this team that has kind of a high-power offense for high school. You know, with a quarterback that likes to throw the ball and is very, which, you know, I mean, look, we got Nick up here. He's a quarterback, and I know Nick was successful at throwing the ball. Nick, when you get on a roll as a quarterback, what do you want to keep doing?
Whatever's working. I mean, it really, yeah, I mean, it just depends. One thing to consider right now, too, is with a new quarterback, a lot of people don't realize, but even just getting the plays in, you know, I don't know why they call timeout there, but the confidence of a backup quarterback sometimes, even just verbalizing the plays in the huddle. You know, it might be a strong right, but he accidentally says strong left and things like that you don't think about, and then you burn a timeout here, you know, on the first drive.
Different formations. They did pick a different play here.
Yeah. Just Nick dropping knowledge like it's nothing.
Batted down.
Batted down good job by the Hornets. They had some pressure up front, and it looked like Lynch got that ball batted down, which is pretty good because Landon,
he's tall,
I'm not sure what he's listed as, but Lynch is probably 6'3" or so. I'm not sure. Not sure what Landon Lynch is listed at.
6'3", 185.
6'3", 185. So he's definitely a tall drink of water.
Buckley going to punt.
So Cole Buckley back to punt from his 15.
Keep it low and let it roll here.
Yes, we need to. Cole with the old
Not
left
bad.
foot.
Not bad.
Oh,
not great.
They're going to have it on our side of the field, boys.
Yeah, it looks like around. Oh my.
Oh wow. Okay, hey, I'll take that spot all day long.
Man, I hope my ball tomorrow morning doesn't hook like that.
That ball hit 10 yards out of bounds, and they
It
marked
hit the
it
track.
right where it hit, but 10 yards out of bounds.
Yeah, they picked the wrong 42 there, I think.
I think so as well. We'll take it.
Listen, it's like a monopoly. Bank error in your favor, collect $200.
Right.
Well, this is the Knights, an error in your favor, Knights. Such a great analogy. So, okay, the Hornets, 1st and 10. It's 8:31 to go in the first quarter. No score here. Beautiful night. Nice crowd tonight, too. I mean, there's still, even though it's not opening night, there's a...
Hickory traveled well, yeah.
They do. Okay, looks like a handoff. Oh, stuffed.
They stuffed Kennedy.
They sure did. Wow. Good job by that front guys up.
I think every front lineman was in on that
They had a
tackle.
hand on him, yeah. Which is amazing because, you know, if you look out there just from our view, they got some big kids. No, we do too. But a couple of those kids, like number 75.
He's big.
Yeah, I would run the other way from him. He is listed, Lucas Lewis.
325, 6'2".
6'2", 325.
It's a big boy.
It is. Glad I'm not feeding him.
Going deep.
They're going deep, and he's opened and makes the catch.
What a catch.
Saving the play. Tackle out of bounds. That's Luke Neville.
Yeah. That was a great over-the-head catch, or over-the-shoulder catch.
It looked like someone just laid the ball in there for him. So kudos to the quarterback. He let that in there nice. Is that Xander Telez is the quarterback tonight for the Hornets.
Yep.
Just a great ball. Allowed his runner to get around and downfield.
Yeah,
and
nice touch on that.
The only person catching that was Luke, and that was it. So nice play by the Hornets. So it's 1st and goal at the 2, up the middle to Kennedy.
Yep.
Touchdown for the Hornets. So very impressive play for the Hornets. You know, the Knights did a good job stuffing the run up the middle, but man, does that ball floating downfield look real good.
Yeah, you know, big plays is what they got to, you know, try to keep off the field, because that's even last week. I mean, the ball.
And
That's
that
good.
kick is up and good by Lucas Jones, your kicker for the Hornets. Stats the Hornets to a 7. So now the Knights are going to have to go back and just kind of basically evaluate and say, listen, guys, we gotta keep this going. We can't get down. It's early. We talked about not letting it get out of control, and that's where they have to be right now.
Yeah, that was Neville that caught that deep ball, correct?
Yes, Luke Neville. And
one or 4 catches last week, so it looked like they didn't even try to go to him too much deep ball at least wise. But you know, again, the quarterback was 92% accurate last week, so those deep passes are probably his forte. And
yeah. No, I didn't.
No.
Yes.
No, definitely not.
That's a negative, Ghost Rider, huh?
Definitely not.
Pattern's full.
Pattern is full. Okay, so back to kick for the punter and the kicker for the Hickory Hornets is Lucas Jones. We said before he's a very strong kicker. Got a great leg. We've watched him kick in the warm-ups, and he can let her go. Nice kick down to the 5-yard line. Looks like taken. Out to the 20 and brought down by a host of Hornets.
All right.
So, you know, here we go. We got to get something going here. And, you know, I like the idea of what we've seen so far for the Knights. The physicality up front has been there for the Knights. So I kind of like that.
Yeah.
You just keep on going. You know, if it's there, just what's working, keep it going.
You know, we talk about Landon Lynch and this being his first game. The only bright side of this is he had all week to prepare.
He did.
It wasn't like he just came into tonight short notice, not knowing that that Carey was out. So
right.
He got reps. You know, he should be familiar with the play calling because he's been the backup quarterback all season. And just, you know, hopefully he finds his groove here and the whole team settles in.
Yeah, and the thing is, you know, it's like every other position. You're going to make a mistake here or there. It's going to happen. You know, it's what it is. You got to rebound and keep going.
Yep.
You know, it's almost like the pitcher in baseball. You got to have a short-term memory. You can't think about the last pitch, you're going forward. So
for sure.
So it looks like Buckley with the carry did not pick up anything on that play. So we're going to be 2nd and 10. 7:02 left, 7 minutes left in the first quarter. The Knights are down 7-0 to those Hickory Hornets.
All right, Bryson Watson lined up in the backfield this time.
Yeah. So see, we got some options here. Cole Buckley in motion. Looks like we had a little bit of other
32.
person in motion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Caden Beatty got a little excited.
You know, you kind of wonder sometimes the guy that jumps was that ball? Is he running a hot route?
Well, yeah, or
you never know.
He knew he had to get the advantage to steal that edge and try to beat the guy to the spot. But Hickory looks like they're running a 5-3 offense, and all 5 guys up front are pretty large for them.
They are. And again, number 75 is anchoring that. Lucas Lewis, he's up front. Another gentleman up there looks like Spencer Lee, 6'2", 225. That's just a good frame for a high school football player. So Buckley in motion. A pitch. Looks like to Bryson, and he's going to lose a couple yards there.
Yeah, they had that one sniffed out from the very beginning. There wasn't even a good way to block that one because
no, Bo Jackson's not getting out of that backfield.
Yeah, too many guys coming in to be able to pick them all up.
So it's going to be 3rd and 18 for the Knights at the 14.
And, what do you like to say?
3rd and a bunch.
No, that's not your saying.
What was it?
I don't remember.
I don't know. That's not good. So
you would have to assume they're going to throw the ball in this play. So it'd be nice to see him at least get a completion.
Yeah.
Get some rhythm, something short. Because I imagine they're going to pin their ears back and come after him.
Sure. I would too. I would bring a couple extra guys. Okay, there we go.
That's a good ball.
Turn up, Braden. You got to look for the ball. Yeah, receiver wasn't even kind of looking for it there.
He stepped up in the pocket pretty nice there. It looked like it was going to be, you know, pretty decent, but just a little too much air on that.
So the senior, number 4, Tylon Cousins, comes down with it. Hickory's going to be in great field position right now. You know.
Yeah, and you don't know what the play call there was, but like Chad said, it would have been nice. You know, quarterback never really played a whole lot. Even just a 5-yard out, give him a little confidence. You know, 3rd and 18. You know, we're going backwards, not forwards to begin with. Give him something short, give him a little confidence, and then maybe come back out next series and build off of that. But now that's a confidence killer.
Yeah,
that's tough to go from. So from the third, he's got some red. Oh my,
he is fast.
Yeah, and Cole Buckley can't even catch you.
Number 12, Kelvin Morrison, a
freshman. Yep, he's a freshman. They talked about him last week.
Yeah, he had 107 yards last week on 6 carries. So
my word,
I mean, you give him the ball 5 more times, he's going to be right there at that number based off that. Yeah, that was a 41-yard scamper.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive for a freshman to come in and do something like that. That's.
I mean, you could see it as soon as he touched the ball. He was faster than everybody else out there.
Yep. So the Hornets are up 13-0 on the Knights. 5:14 left in the first quarter. The kick is up and very good. That's a strong leg, even though it was just the right trajectory and a good kick. So the Hickory Hornets are up 14-0 on the Knights. Again, 5:14 left in the first quarter. We'll see how things go here, but
you know, again, Franklin, 2 big plays. 2 big plays has been the killer thus far.
Right.
Swarm. Yeah, see.
They swarm the ball. Yes, it is. I don't understand.
One of the biggest people against it, honestly.
I
every
know.
Sunday she tells me.
Yeah, and you know what? Now that's why she's not up in the booth.
That's right.
One of the reasons. So a little bit like a little trickery in the backfield.
Yeah, that was a little misdirection, delay, handoff to the wing that I originally thought it was a broken play, but didn't work.
No. I think somebody didn't get out of the way quick enough, and it looked a little confusing back there.
Even back to last year, Franklin did that a lot, that the plays were just too slow to develop.
Yeah.
And, you know, our line wasn't giving the quarterback and running backs the time for that delay to happen and let the traps happen.
Yeah.
So
it's timing on those traps.
It is. And, you know, obviously if you are outmatched, you got to try something else. But, again,
Sure.
you know, the run sets up the pass and vice versa. So
2nd and 12. Handoff. Looks like we got a couple of yards there. Around the outside. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and about I'm going to say about like 8. No, maybe a. Oh, okay. I think, okay, we're back to about 3rd and 10. So.
Yeah, he must have went out.
Yep.
Further back than what we saw.
So with 4:12 left in the first quarter, the Knights are down 14-0 to the Hickory Hornets. And we'll see how we're doing here. Again, 3rd and 10. So you have some options here. I hope it's not just run back and heave it. I'd like to see something maybe over the middle or a check down maybe coming up here for Landon Lynch.
Yeah, you know, and I'm surprised Big Al hasn't had a reception yet so far this season. I mean, I know we're early into the season, but we can't be thrown off the back leg.
Yeah, that's
never going to work. Oh, okay.
There's a late flag flies in there. I want to say
that's going to be a roughing.
See roughing the quote-unquote passer there.
That's a tough play design. They had him going jet sweep. I like the idea, but they have him going speed sprint left as a righty. That's a tough cross your body trying to get that throw off. I mean,
we talked about that a lot last year too.
Yeah,
that's just a tough call. You know,
trying to get creative. I get that, but
I like putting it in Buckley's hands. He's played quarterback many times before.
Yep.
He knows what to do and how to throw the ball, and obviously can tuck it and run if it ain't there. But again, a slow developing play, not giving him the time he needs to effectively throw the ball. You saw him throwing it off his back foot like he was doing a fadeaway jumper.
Right. So it's going to be a first down, automatic first down when you have a personal foul. So the Knights are going to be out to, looks like about the 36-yard line, 37-yard line. A new set of downs, so 1st and 10 for the Knights. 3:39 left in the first quarter. We got 14-0 visiting Hickory Hornets. So again, it looks like they're kind of spreading out a little bit. I will say though, this year the Knights are not up against the time clock like they were, the play clock like they were last year. It was so many times, you know, people were yelling from the sidelines to snap the ball. So it's kind of a refreshing thing to see. So
wow, they floated the ball well. They flow very well.
Yes, they do.
A lot of speed on that defense.
There sure is. So it looks like Cole's a little bit slow to get up there.
That was a good open field tackle again. I mean, again, you got the sidelines to help you out there, but yeah, I think Cole felt that one in the old legs and hip area there.
Yeah.
3-yard loss, it'll be 2nd and 13.
Okay, 2nd and 13 at the 34-yard line for the Knights. Little I formation there, Chad.
Was it country mile? Third in a country mile.
It could have been.
I can't remember. We had a lot of them situations last year.
We did. Okay. I thought there was a hole there, but nothing developed.
It was there. It closed up very quickly.
It did.
You know, I tell you what, their defensive front is imposing.
Yeah, they're fast.
For as much success, you know, again, we don't have Toby out there this game, but a lot of people could have ran through the holes that Toby ran through last week. So definite big difference in defensive front from last week to this week.
Yeah, and the Hornets do swarm well. I mean, we've seen that. It's cliche to say, but they really do move well.
Yeah, they flow.
Those linebackers are fast, and they're sticking. And it looks like, I mean, even the defensive backs, they're playing up. I mean, it's 3rd and
press
14,
coverage.
And they're pressing tough.
Cover 2 on the backside there.
Ooh.
There was one for Al, but just a little bit out of his reach.
Not quite there. So it's going to bring up 4th and 14. We got 2:23 left in the first quarter. The Knights are down 14-0.
And this is not Buckley punting. This is Connor Ritchie here. So hopefully that Buckley's just getting another breather or something.
Yeah,
but he's down on the bench getting looked at.
Yeah, it looks like they're just kind of talking to him. They don't have anything. You know, he's not laying on the ground.
Yeah, he's not on the trainer table, which is always a good thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Probably just a little stinger.
Yep.
There's your low and let it roll.
Yep.
Yep.
Now you got to get down and cover. Oh, that's a block in the back.
Good tackle.
Good tackle.
Good
yep.
Great tackle. Booksy on the tackle. Good job, Books.
He's another one that continues to impress me. You know, kind of came out of nowhere last year.
Yeah.
And you know, proved his mettle, and you know, did a lot in the return game and defensively for us. That I got to know him from track. You know, he threw some javelin and did some running, but overall, really good athlete.
Good athlete, yeah. That's a good way to describe him because he moves well, just has a good good head in his shoulders too. I mean, he never looks like he's out of place. He's done his homework in his position. So back to pass. Oh my,
he's shifty.
He is shifty. Wow.
Tylon Cousin.
Man, that guy. He looked like he was just. It looked like just a caged animal going out there. I mean, literally, he was just looking and looking like, here I go. So quite a play, and it looks like they do a little bit of like a no huddle here, Chad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it keeps the defense on the field and keeps them moving.
Trips here. I wouldn't doubt if they try to go deep on this one, because they're going to get man-to-man coverage here.
Well, Cole is our safety, and he's out. So, and if you look at, we don't have anybody back deep.
I was just going to say that. Nobody's deeper than 6 yards. That's a little concerning.
Yeah. A little option.
Okay.
Oh, my.
There he goes.
Wow.
Kelvin Morrison.
Man, that kid's fast.
Wheels,
He is.
Yeah.
At 5'11", 165, I think he runs with the best of them.
Yeah, they've got a lot of options.
Yeah.
He had 100 yards. Well, yeah, that's that freshman from last week that had 100 yards on 6 carries. He had the 41-yard scamper earlier.
107 yards on 6 carries.
Yeah, 17.8
Looks like a flag's
average.
bringing it back, though.
Hey,
all right.
Take that.
Yeah. Well, you know what? If you're the Hickory coach, you're a little upset because, you know, you had a pretty dynamic run and a great effort by a freshman, and somebody's holding. You know, even if you're up 14-0 like the Hornets with a minute 36 left in the fourth quarter, you're still coaching and you're still mad about that penalty. I think little kids remember, or they have PTSD from you.
Yeah. I made some eardrums bleed.
Yeah, that's okay though. They learned. That's how you learn.
That's right.
You don't always learn from pats on the back, and you know, sometimes you learn from getting screamed at. We mean that in fun.
It's all out of love and compassion.
That's what Amy says.
I was going to say, if I was a betting man, I was going to say we're going to see that same formation again, but
yeah.
You know, they're going to throw out of it at least one of these times, because I think they did that to see kind of.
Oh, and the Knights jump. Ouch.
See how we'd react to it and just did a quick pitch and.
Yep. So the Knights jumps. That's going to back us up a little bit. So. Yeah, they got half of their penalty yards back. So instead of 1st and 20, it's going to be 1st and 15.
It is now 1st and 15 for the Hornets.
Yeah, they'll definitely miss Buckley out there at safety, because he's so long-armed and rangy and can make up a lot of ground quickly. Not only that, he's a ball hawk. He can.
Yep.
Very, very smart, very savvy.
Oh, a little QB keep up the middle, and he runs well.
No. Someone came down hard on Beatty's knee.
Uh-oh.
Beatty also involved
yeah.
in the tackle.
Into it. You saw it landed on the side of his knee.
Yeah.
Tough kid. So, I mean, obviously, if he can go, he'll go. He'll come back and see what he can do. But and he was actually safety on that play, filling in for Buckley. They moved him out of the linebacker spot. Now Buck's back out there, so good sign.
Yeah, very good to see Cole out there. He's a great kid. A little sweep here, huh? Got a blocker out there.
Yeah,
there's a hold there.
Coming back.
You can't hold Killer. Is that the play? You can't hold Killer. Yeah, hold there on Jeremy Cunningham. He was in prime position, and the hold is going to be called. Okay. So, you know, sometimes you say, well, the only reason the Knights are doing okay right here is just because of the penalty. Well, guess what?
That's why you play the game.
If you don't hold Cole on that play, or I'm sorry, Jeremy on that play,
you're losing.
He probably
yards.
makes the tackle. I mean, you know, that's what it's about. You gotta do that. So hopefully the Knights can take some take advantage of these mishaps by the Hickory Hornets.
Yeah, I mean, these are gifts handed to them.
Yeah.
Time to take advantage of them.
Yeah, I agree. And it looks like we're going to have another play after this. So a couple plays left here, 50 seconds left in the first quarter. The Hornets are up 14-0 on the Knights. Back to pass.
Screen.
Boy, has he moved well.
Oh, wow. He got lucky there.
Hey, get that
the
ball.
Drop.
Oh, yeah.
That was the freshman, 12.
Yeah, he was moving. I mean, he moves so darn well. Maybe, yeah, he was ready to move a couple different directions. But I tell you what, I've noticed, I think in this quarter, Chad, Xander Telez, the junior quarterback, he moves around well.
Very well.
He does. I mean, he's very athletic in his movement. His shoulders are always in the right direction, and he is looking.
Well, you can see he's thrown just about every type of ball. He threw the deep ball, pinpoint accuracy.
Yeah.
Threw a quick slant on the money, firing it. Then the little touch screen pass. So, I mean, he's
looking and looking downfield.
Ooh.
That was close.
Okay,
I thought that might have been a bit early, but was that Books, I think, or Books or Watson? That was Bryson Watson.
Bryson, nice play.
Yeah. But that was fingertips away from being another great pass by him. But
yeah. But he was just sitting there, just kind of gliding to his right.
Yeah.
And that's a smart play. Right-handed guy rolling to the right. Just he looked like he was just ready to throw it, just looking and looking.
Got a Hickory Hornet down here.
It looked like it was their tight end.
It looks like we've got
but
timeout by the official.
I'm not going after that name. Well, I'll give it a shot. It's Yuri
Figueroa.
Figueroa. Sure. It looks like the way they're doing it. It's cramping somewhere. So the Knights, 34 seconds left in the first quarter, down 14-0 to those Hickory Hornets. You can see coaches are out there giving the kids water, some pep speeches. Things aren't awful for the Knights right now. They're not. They're hanging in there. Last year at this time, Chad, I'm not sure it was even close at this point.
Yeah.
So,
and all Franklin really has to do is get their execution down, make some adjustments from the first quarter here of what they were able to do on offense or try to do, and see what can work. And I would love to see him come out and fire some of them quick slants like Hickory just did there. Screens, quick slants, quick outs, something just to.
Yeah, I
put
think
them back on their heels a little bit because Hickory's coming every play.
They are, and they know, if you see the receivers, whether it's Buckley or Watson, you see them kind of moving around towards the ball. I mean, they're not throwing them the ball; they're kind of just handing it or pitching it to them, or it's just some sort of misdirection. So, so it's nice to see the Hornet who was down. He's out on the field. He's on the sidelines now and just kind of making his way. Maybe needs to get some liquids in him and maybe a banana or two.
Yeah, I did see that it looked a little bit more than a cramp as he was going off the field. So
yeah,
probably a knee.
So back for the Knights. Looks like that is Cole and Tristan Books.
Oh, get on it.
Get him. Oh, this is huge.
Good.
Fumble.
Oh, pick it up. Oh, dive for that. It's dead, but is that Big Al? I would have thought he would have.
So a little bit of some confusion here. It looks like Big Al picked the ball up and went the distance.
The only thing that stinks about that is I think that's all for an incomplete pass.
Correct. Yeah, I didn't see a beanbag come out where they thought it might have been a fumble, but he was definitely trying to throw a forward pass.
Yeah.
But did it? We have that on replay at all, Nick?
No, replay's not working, unfortunately.
Right. No worries. I would have liked to seen if it came loose a little early, to where you can still go in the act of throwing, but if the ball comes out before going forward.
Well, at least we don't have the Brady Tuck rule. So it looks like the Knights are going to have the ball. It looks like probably somewhere around the 35-yard line.
And a penalty here.
Okay. Was it illegal?
Intentional grounding.
Oh, intentional grounding. Okay.
Hey, that helps us, though. That's
it's
going to be another few yards there.
That's a loss of down and first down for Franklin.
Okay.
We'll figure out when they sort out the penalty where they put the ball.
So, see if the Knights can pick up on some miscues here by the Hornets. I mean, this is not your typical Hickory Hornets execution style.
Right.
They're having some problems, and, a good team, which the Knights are gaining toward that, they've been in the right position when there's a miscue. Be there around the ball.
Right.
Be there so that even though the guy drops it on the snap, you can still be there for the tackle or collect the ball. So first down at the 28-yard line. Lynch back.
There we go.
There we go. Okay.
And look, you give them. That's right,
Yep,
Cole Buckley.
Cole Buckley.
Gone.
Good score.
That's huge.
What have we said?
Huge.
Put it in the hands of the playmakers, the quick passes. I like it. Great execution, quarterback, receiver. I mean, Cole did all the work on that one, but
he
great
did.
job by the quarterback. He had a good rush coming off the outside edge, right in his face.
Yes. There's just a lot of good things that happen there, and one thing that might not be looked at as such a huge thing, the mental toughness. Cole coming back from getting hit pretty hard there in the first early part of the quarter, it was huge. I mean, you get back out there and you take the hit. Oh, the guy missed. So then you keep going, and that's a big thing for Cole, because Cole's not always been the most physical receiver, but he's
grown into it.
Oh my,
he's grown into it.
He's a problem for opposing teams. So the kick is
never got
no
a chance.
good.
Yeah, it didn't get more than 4 feet off the ground.
Yeah, so just a few things that went wrong
Yeah,
there.
high
but
snap.
Yeah,
Threw him off his motion.
So with 9 seconds left, the Knights are down 14-6 to the Hickory Hornets.
And what a confidence boost that's got to be for Landon Lynch.
Oh, I don't know if Lynch feels better, but I sure do. I mean,
again, it was a beautiful pass that hit Cole in stride with pressure in his face. So nothing but good things to build on off that play.
Yeah, Nick, you're the ex-quarterback, the current stud muffin of the crew. If you're out there and you make that, how do you feel? Your first game started and you throw a touchdown.
Yeah, that's huge. That's one of the best feelings ever. It goes back to what Chad and I were talking about earlier. Just 3-step drop, get a quick out to one of your athletes, and you don't expect them to take it to the house, but when he does, man, it opens things up. It really does. So I'd like to see us get back to that a little bit more.
Yeah.
And just continue to feed them. Slants, quick outs, line them up in the backfield. We're beaten and battered on offense. We got to find ways to get Buckley the ball if we want to stay in this game.
Sure. So Cole Buckley with the touchdown, giving the Knights 6 points on the board. 9 seconds left. We'll see how Connor Ritchie does. Kicking off again, the sophomore. First game starting as the kicker. See a couple of young fellas out in the crowd there. Jack and Carter Lyons.
Little Lions boys.
Good kids.
Debatable. Wow, nice. Good high tackle. Was that Logan Knight?
Logan Knight, freshman.
Yeah, freshman.
That's
Logan
a freshman. Knight. That's a stout freshman. Logan Knight, freshman, 6 foot 210.
An athlete. Track. Throwing is just going to
track.
He's probably going to break all the records eventually, if he can stay healthy. I thought Drew was going to break all the records too, but when you can't stay healthy, you're not able to do that. But
yeah, and also Nick, you can speak to Logan. He played some basketball, I believe.
I was just going to say that is how he ran down the basketball court. Sometimes he kept the ball, sometimes he lost the ball, but man, is he fun to watch run around out there. Football and track and field are definitely his sports.
I don't think, Nick, you've probably ever had to question his heart.
No, we used to have to tell him to slow down. He would get so ahead of himself. We'd say, Logan, you got to slow down a little bit. So, yeah, running down on special teams is definitely for him.
Kennedy with the keeper there.
Option up the middle to Kennedy.
Wow, that's a nice. It's a very tough run. He was jumping and battering over some players. Looks like he's going to be out there close to a first down, but we'll see how they spot it coming back. So, end of the first quarter, Knights are down 14-6 to the Hickory Hornets. If I told you, Chad, at the beginning of the game, at the end of the first quarter, we're down 14-6, what would you have told me?
You're nuts.
Okay. So, listen, I like to spin things positive, and I'm telling you, the Knights have – I'm not saying they've made their mark here, but the line, the offensive defensive line, I feel has really been the key here tonight. They've stayed in their gaps on defense. On offense, they're giving us some options. They're holding back guys.
They're fighting.
They are.
They're fighting. They know they're in a dogfight, and then they're punching back.
Yeah. So, good things for the Knights here tonight. I want to go through a couple of sponsors here tonight. For live stream TV, we want to thank our sponsors, UPMC Orthopedic Care. We love what they do, and unfortunately,
they've been busy so far.
They've been busy this year, so kudos to them. Franklin Industries down here, it's a great manufacturing company, do a lot of work. Franklin Oil Region Credit Union. They've been around for a while, and a great credit union. Please go see them. State Farm agent Michael Dill, right downtown in the heart of Franklin. Franklin Bronze, Precision Components. I was watching the commercial for that, and it's a very impressive shop they have. Crawford Health Improvement Coalition, serving the health needs of Northwest Pennsylvania. Thank you for all the nurses out there, but especially the staff at Crawford Health Improvement Coalition. Pizza Joe's.
Hey.
Yes, shout out to Pizza Joe's. They sponsored us, and we had some pizza before the game, and I'm telling you, it's delish.
Good.
And they are sponsoring player of the game tonight as well,
That's correct. For the season.
For the season, okay. And also, we want to thank Allegheny Toyota. Great group of people up there, the Toyota dealership. Please stop in and see them. So 1st and 10, and Kennedy gets the ball, breaks a couple tackles, gets out there, and it looks like he's going to rumble, bumble, stumble down to the 35-yard line.
Darius Graham on the tackle. You know, that's a good hustle play by Darius Graham.
That is.
He's a big kid as well.
Oh,
but,
my.
I like them transitioning him to linebacker this season.
Yeah.
He at the very end of last season, they kind of moved him off the line into the linebacker spot, and I think that bodes well for him. Not a speedster, but he can fill a hole.
He's athletic, though.
Yeah,
I mean, he really is. He's super athletic, and also I think he just kind of has a good sense of where things are at. Knights are going to get too many men on the field if they can keep him out of the end zone.
Oh, that's the
I have to try 13 next play.
Grief. Yeah, I mean, at 100 and is he listed at 165 pounds?
Looks generous from up here.
Yeah.
And he's hard to bring down. Now, I will say, though, everybody's tackling him up on the numbers.
They are going high.
He's number 12, and they're trying to grab one or the two, and that's not going to be successful at any level. So Knights need to kind of reset themselves on defense and just
picking it up.
Yep.
They were going to decline it either way.
Oh, my, yeah. Wonder if they would, if we try 14 people on the field.
I just keep sending them out until they,
Right?
Yeah, would they have noticed if he wasn't trying to run off the field?
Those camo jerseys, they start to blend together.
That's true, right.
Keep them tucked tight to each other. You never know.
Yeah. So it's going to be 1st and goal. Looks like it's at the 9-yard line. So 9 yards and a score for the Hornets. Back to pass. QB keep, and looks like he's broke a couple tackles.
Like
I think he's
in. Yeah. Yep. Touchdown.
Yep. Far guy called a touchdown. Telez is a great runner, just athletic, and you can see when he has the ball, he's under control. You know, some of these kids, like the freshman down there, Kelvin Morrison, he's a little bit out of control. He's fast.
Yeah.
A little out of control. Telez is very calculated on every step, and he just
he runs the option perfectly.
He does.
I mean, he holds out until the last second, and then sees the hole develop and either hands it off or keeps it.
Yeah.
And that was a good tough run too. I mean, he was hit at about the 3-yard line.
Yep, he worked for that one. So it looks like Jones' kick is up and good. So the Hornets sting us twice, 3 times now, for 21-6 lead over the Knights with 10:58 left in the first half, or second quarter. So it's a kind of the these big plays here and there. I mean, they're really just killing us. Neither team has had a big sustainable drive that's been a 12-14
play
drive that goes 60, 70 yards or so. It's all been these, a run here of 12, a run here of 23, and then a 3-yard score.
Right.
So kudos, though, to the quarterback, Telez, playing very well, under control, and he's organizing a pretty potent offense tonight. So 10:58 left in the half. 21-6 Hornets. We have Lucas Jones kicking off for the Hornets. He's 3 for 3 tonight on the extra points. Doing a fine job.
Yeah, that's
kudos to his kicker, or the kicker, but also the guy holding it and the snapper.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's been very smooth for them.
Yeah, nice kick.
Good deep kick.
Looks like close to out of.
Of course, of course.
Wow. When things are going your way, folks, they just continue to go your way. A very nice kick. That's just all you can say about that. Fortunate kick. I'm sure he's not bragging about that kick other than it was a touchback.
Well, if he meant to put it right along the line and keep it in bounds, that's pretty impressive. But yeah.
Chad,
got a good bounce.
We can't even keep our putts online.
That's well.
And we're talking like
for sure
5 to 8 feet. So the Knights maybe building on the last possession on offense. I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I'd like to see how they come back out. You know, hopefully they realize that the quick hitters are there for Cole and probably Big Al too. I would like to think. I mean, I think Big Al matches up big with anybody on the interior there for the linebackers. So
100%. He does. He's a handful no matter what team you're playing.
Wow.
Yeah. So he did. It looked like there was.
They're so fast. They're
Bryson.
I mean, he came from the backside gap and made that play 3 yards deep. So.
And again, so now we're starting to see where I don't know if it's maybe fatigue or adjustments need made here, because a lot of games here or a lot of plays we have not seen anybody just darting through that line. You start getting guys darting through the line, I don't care who you are, you have to make somebody miss while you're 4 yards back. You're in for a tough run.
Well, and again, you know, it seems to be that they're bringing more than we can block every play. So these quick passes
have to be open.
They should have some one-on-one coverage somewhere that they need to capitalize on.
Cole Buckley in motion, takes the handoff, and again,
what a tackle.
I mean, just open field tackle. Looked like Timmy Krivosh.
One thing we're really noticing too without Toby in there is we just don't have it. Like, you know, he would run up the middle and he might get met behind the line, but he was able to push forward, you know, a yard or two. And not having him, it's really kind of making us run end arounds, run into the outside, and as you can see, they're just gunning for it right now.
Yeah, we're definitely outmatched on the speed game. And like I said, you got to spread them out. You got to try to spread them out, get the ball out of your hands quick, and again, you know, they're blitzing every single time because they've had nothing but success for it. So there's got to be the quick pop passes, the quick on the wrong page there.
Yeah. So it was 3rd and 18, incomplete pass. It looked like just a little mix-up. Maybe somebody was supposed to cut back, or Lynch thought they were going to be cutting out or coming back. But that's going to bring up a 4th and 18 at the 12-yard line. Now this is one where you
without a punter too.
Yeah,
or the normal punter.
The normal punter. Yeah, it's Cole, who's kind of been hobbling around a little bit tonight.
He's going to be sore tomorrow.
Oh boy,
he's taking some shots to the lower extremities.
Yeah, yep. We need the NFL style, some cortisone shots for Cole at halftime. That seems to fix everything, right? So Cole standing in his end zone, ready for the kick.
Good snap.
Not bad.
All right.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
Oh, big block. Bryson Watson got decleated there.
Yeah.
Big Al, yeah. Jeez. I knew that was going to come. Big Al's going to pick up a roughing flag. Hitting number 6, Robert Maynor, 20 yards away from the play. Pancaked him pretty good, and that's a frustration thing, obviously.
That's the newer high school style football. Even 10 years ago when I played, that was a perfectly legal hit. But it doesn't matter if the whistle's blown or not. If you're 20 yards away from the ball now, that's a penalty.
Yeah,
so.
The old Credence play until the whistle blows.
Yeah.
No longer the case.
No, it's really not. So.
Now you got to just for those that don't understand the rule, you have to be within what distance of the ball? They're going to give you about 20 yards.
Yeah, there's a little bit of leeway, but not much. Not much.
Yeah. So nice to see a couple of Oil City kids up here.
Ah, I wondered. I see the Weimer sweatshirt.
Yes, that's Sam's friend from Oil City, Miss Elaine. Miss Elaine, yeah, she's a very nice lady. She's Sam's friend for about 6 months or so. That's the dad speaking. So, you know, others may call it a girlfriend. I don't know what they're saying. But anyways, so back to the action. We got 9:05 left in the first half. Hornets are up 21-6 on the Knights from their, looks like they're at the 40-yard line. Tellez back to pass, rolling right, throws it. He's open, and he's going to get about a nice little 6-7 yards.
Yeah. He's a gamer. That quarterback is definitely a gamer. He had Gabe right in his face.
Yeah.
Coming in hot, right up through the middle, untouched, and stood his ground.
Yeah. He's very comfortable on the move. A lot of high school quarterbacks, they just don't like that, and he almost seems to play a little better when he starts to move around a bit.
It doesn't look like he has happy feet at all.
No.
His movement is precise and technical for sure.
Back to pass. Oh, a little touch. Looks like a little bit long for him.
Good coverage. Good coverage.
Yeah,
there.
very good coverage. And Books was down there along with Mr. Payne.
You hate to compare, high school kids, but 3-step drop, boom, hits that back foot, ball's out. It wasn't a completion, but we'd really like to see some of that on the Franklin side, especially with this little bit of inexperience at quarterback. 3-step drop, let it out. If it's an incompletion, that's fine, but that's really how you're going to get in a groove. It's not been good. Yeah, that's exactly right. And we just have not seen that. Even last week from Cary, we didn't see much of that.
So 3rd and 3. Looks like they're going to keep it up the middle with Mr. Kennedy. And he's got one person.
Nice tackle.
Very good tackle.
Drayden Payne.
Yep.
A lot of people tell you they can do that, but man, when they've got a guy barreling down, man, lower your head, that takes a lot of guts.
Just so you know, you got Mr. Sean Kennedy at 5'9", 210, and 209 of that's muscle. Drayden Payne is 6 foot 180, so strung out a little bit different. And I will say this though, Drayden Payne, his 180, he's muscle.
Oh yeah. No,
but that low center of gravity is important in football, and to get down on him is a great open field tackle. So a timeout with 8:45 left in the first half. The Hickory Hornets are up 21-6 on the Franklin Knights.
Yeah,
now
this is where it could get out of hand for Franklin here. They have to get a stop, even if it's just 3. Try to stop the bleeding, slow the momentum down, because there's a lot of time left. That if they score here, Franklin goes 3 and out, there's so much time that Hickory might put up another touchdown, and
yes,
we're going to be at the point that we'll start the half on a running clock.
Yeah.
So.
No, and you don't want to see that. It's tough to go into the halftime knowing that you're coming out to the running clock. So we'll see what the Knights can do. It looks like number 79, Jacob Riddle, in down tackle. Big boy.
I was just going to say, he's
sophomore, 6'2", 280. Yeah, good kid. I know his mom and dad real well, and he's a good kid. Okay.
Another one. Drayden Payne's got his number tonight.
Does. Good play. Nice run by Kennedy, but a great saver.
Their misdirection in the backfield is so flawless and smooth.
Yeah, it is. It's a big thing for them.
Yeah, I don't envy Franklin having to try to diagnose that play and react to it, because I'm lost up here at
right
75 feet in the air.
Yeah, and you're down in the trenches. It's tough to see. You just got to know your gap and try and stay there. So a little outside there, and nice, and they're not going to. Okay, so it's good block.
Good blocking from the receivers there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So nice touchdown by the Hickory Hornets. Looks like Keenan Scullen, number 25, on the score. So that's going to bring it to 27-6, the Hickory Hornets. 8 minutes left in the first half. Again, on to kick for the Hornets. Lucas Jones, so far tonight, he's 3 for 3 on his extra points. We'll see how this goes. Some motion up front there. So looks like the Knights were moving a little too early. Now you do have a heck of a kicker. Do Do you think about maybe punching it in for 2 here? You got half the distance now, but we'll see what they do.
Maybe a little respect here. Up 27-6. That's all we can about hope for at this point.
You know, when you got a pretty good kicker, I believe he's ranked. You want to pad his stats a little bit here too, because it's.
I mean,
it's
truly,
not gonna, be a game changer here, 2 or 1.
No.
They got a smooth operation too. Snap, hold, kick. It all looks a lot better.
It sure does.
Than most high schools have.
Yeah, no slap on the Knights. It's just a.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Something that the Hornets have really done well with tonight. And that is 4 for 4.
Oh my, they hit the the
Mr. Jones.
The camera. I can't remember what that thing's called. On the pole there, right above the shot or the game clock.
Yeah.
Play clock. Hopefully that doesn't screw things up, because I think that's what they use for huddle.
It could be. Wow. So here we go. It's 28-6. The Hickory Hornets are coming out looking pretty stout, and they're up 28-6. And truthfully, Chad, they've not played a flawless game.
No.
The Hornets have made some mistakes of their own. So I don't want to say we're thankful they're making mistakes, but we're trying to take advantage of them, and they're still just plugging along here. So a well-oiled machine over there.
For sure.
They really are. And a junior junior quarterback leading the way.
Well, and that's impressive, because he's got another year.
Yeah.
And that freshman running back they got as well. They're going to be a tough team next year.
They're a tough. I think they're tough out every year, but with these athletes they have.
Yeah.
So that's an odd kick going down, and it's going to be out of bounds.
We got the flag that time.
Things aren't going so well when you're excited that they kick the ball out of bounds and they
Good job
get a penalty.
by old Tommy Gunn Maddox to let that one go
Yes,
out of bounds
sir.
there. So.
Yeah, that's tough, because if it doesn't go out of bounds, then you're stuck at the 2-yard line trying to make something happen.
Nowhere to go.
And you just kind of run away from the ball, hoping no one sees that you're the one that let it go there. Like, oh, geez, coach is going to see this. The eye in the sky is not going to lie. Okay, so I believe they take it out to the automatic. It's out to the 35-yard line. And the Knights, led by junior Landon Lynch, coming out. See how things go. Oh, a motion by Hickory. I don't know if somebody might have lined up wrong or crossed over the line.
Yeah,
we'll take it.
That's normally about the only thing that can really happen there.
Is a little bit of an offsides, if you will.
Right.
Could you ask for a better night to play football?
Not at all.
Weather-wise, I mean, this is it. So 8 minutes left in the first half. Hickory up 28-6 on our Franklin Knights.
Cole Buckley in the backfield.
Oh.
Trips
3
left.
wide. Yeah. And the play clock hit 0. We had this issue last year, and I was actually complimenting them earlier that we didn't have those issues. But
you jinxed them. Way to go,
darn
Warner.
it.
That's so tough. I mean, you don't want to blame anybody, but the first play.
You're coming out. You're coming out of it.
Yeah, the quarterback should have known what the play call was on the kickoff. I mean, you know what I mean? That's not something he just got. He knew, should have known what it was coming.
He wasn't out there on that play, on the kickoff.
Yeah,
so.
he should be, as soon as that ball's set, he should be out there. Those are the things that just continue to kill us year after year.
Yep. So 1st and 15 now for the Knights.
Same
Lynch
formation.
Back. Pitch to Buckley. Copley makes one move, makes one miss, and then 2 or 3 guys there after that. You just, I don't care who you are, you're not going to be able to run through 3 guys.
I'm hopeful they're using that to set up the pass.
So it looks like we went, the screen went out a little bit. It's coming back. See how things go here for the Knights. It's 2nd and 16 now for the Knights officially, not 15. So just a loss of a few yards there. Lynch back to pass, steps up, going to take a run.
Not a boy.
Very good run
not bad,
by Landon.
Not bad, yeah.
Out to the 35-yard line, the original line of scrimmage. So it's, going to be 2nd and 10. Or I'm sorry, should be 3rd and 10.
Yep.
For the Knights. But that's something also that can build some confidence. I love seeing quarterbacks, and I'm not a quarterback guru like Nick. I don't have hair. I'm not young and strapping, good looking like Nick. But I'm like Nick. I like seeing that quarterback step up. If it's not there, tuck it and go.
Yeah, and he made that decision pretty quick.
Very good.
That was good.
Good job by Landon Lynch there. Just a good heads-up play to know the situation. It's not going to get any better. Just make the best of this and get some positive yards.
He ran with confidence, too. A lot of the young quarterbacks, they'll come out of there, and they're like, oh, boy, what do I do next? And he took those guys head on. So seeing that, I'd like to see him move around in the pocket a little bit more.
We got to have that block.
Go.
Lynch scrambling around.
No.
Looks downfield.
Oh, yeah.
He's got somebody.
Wow.
A little Patrick Mahomes-ish.
Wow.
Great job. I thought he was done.
Yeah. I thought he was past the line of scrimmage for a second there. That was close, but.
Yeah. Nice.
Way to improvise.
Yeah, good improvisation there for old Mr. Lynch.
Seeing those last two plays, I would like to see us start to have maybe roll the pocket out a little bit more and get him moving. He looked comfortable there. I mean,
he did. And again,
Chad
and I have said before, you just can't be comfortable rolling the opposite of way you throw.
Yeah.
If you're right-handed, roll to your right, especially when that's the big open field.
Yep, here, I'd love to see him roll right. Of course, they got trips to the short side, so that's probably not going to happen, but that's okay.
So we'll see. There was an early pressure in the backfield. Like Chad said, I'd like to see somebody hold that block there. I don't know who that was, but on the end, that gentleman got in there quick. So it looks like a little jet.
Yeah, see, I mean, they do a great job of getting upfield, setting the edge.
Yeah,
I mean,
they do.
It's not overpowering, and it's not a big individual, but he's just what I always tried to preach when I was coaching, DNs is get upfield 2 yards and then camp out.
Yep.
That's your job. If your job is contain.
Yeah.
Another thing too here is, and this is our second week now. I'm not sure I can remember a time where we didn't run that jet sweep where it wasn't a handoff.
Right.
And Hickory's very well coached, and every single time that jet sweep comes, that outside guy, I mean, he completely left that inside receiver, and he was standing right there. So I don't know if that's an adjustment with this group you can make at halftime, but it's something you want to consider. Good throw.
All right, Big Al with his first catch of the season.
And again, with
70
Al,
yards.
It takes a half a team to bring Al down.
Yeah.
He's a brute. I don't want to bring Al down.
Yeah, these are the things we just got to keep doing.
Yep.
The short, quick passes.
Pound
and he's getting into a rhythm now. So
yeah. And the thing is, I think he's also spreading it out too. It's not like he's just looking for Cole Buckley, just looking for his senior books.
Cole wasn't even in on that last play.
No. But you do have seniors out there. I mean, Al's a senior.
Yeah.
Booksy's a senior. The Payne one of the Payne twins is a senior. I mean, you have seniors out there. You just got to get them the ball. Bryson Watson's a senior. I mean, they're loaded with seniors. Give them the ball. So 3rd and 4.
Get up.
Lynch back to pass. Oh, it looks like Big 75 got a hold of him. Good job there for Lucas Lewis. That's that sophomore, 6'2", 325.
Yeah, big boy.
I would imagine on here you're probably going to go for it. I don't know.
I was debating that in my head. I'm like, do you go? You're down so much, or do you kick it and try to make them go the length of the field right before halftime? Because we should be getting the ball at halftime, right? We kicked off at the beginning of the game.
Yes, we do get the ball again.
If we could.
Yeah, they're explosive too. I'd like to maybe see us punt here.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Thinking the same, but
we've moved the ball more so far than we have all game. So
could it go to the? No, I don't think they can get much of a fake little pooch kick out of this.
Backside. Oh my! What a grab!
What in the world was that?
Cole buckets.
Jiminy crickets.
But as we've mentioned numerous times, he's got hands the size of a grizzly bear.
They are meat hooks.
So,
gosh,
on his back, one-handed, Odell style. Holy smokes! What a day to not have replay.
You hear it. You hear people say it all the time, but I mean that was one of the better high school catches I've seen in a long time. I mean,
I mean, all for naught. It was short of the first down, but that was a phenomenal catch.
Wow.
Da-da-dun, da-da-dun. Do we have a little ESPN situation going on there for that play? So kudos to Cole. That's a maybe a catch of the game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very impressive. That was.
So the Knights, there's 3 minutes left. The ball at the 40-yard line, and they should have some timeouts over there. 1st and 10, down 28-6.
Let's hold them at bay here, Franklin. Oh, my.
Wow.
Wide open.
Wide open.
Blown coverage.
Get the angle. So,
you know, and that's anybody can be the Monday morning quarterback, but I think that's why you punt on that play.
Yeah.
You know.
So number 9, Timmy Kravash with a great play. I mean, he was wide open, and he just made just run like the Dickens there.
And when you got Darius Graham as your deepest guy, I mean,
thinking that halfway through the play.
He just turned and ran straight for the end zone. Because, you know, pursuit angle, he knew he wasn't going to.
Right.
He better get there because that's the only place he's going to be able to meet him at.
Yeah, your middle linebacker shouldn't be the last person. Oh, nice little quick.
All right, all right.
Got to wrap up.
We had him there.
It's good
A
pursuit.
little
Though.
gang tackle. Yeah, that's good.
Job by the Knights.
So that's going to keep the ball in play, too. So the clock's going to continue to run at 2:25 left in the first half. Hickory up 28-6 on the Franklin Knights. See how things are going. Now, I know there's 2 minutes left. There's still a 2-minute warning, correct, Chad?
No.
Not in high school.
No 2-minute warning in high school. Okay.
Not in high school.
Thank you. So they still can stop the clock, but I don't think that's going to be a big issue.
He's got a lot of room.
Yeah, he's got the angle there.
Yep, touchdown for Tellez.
He's athletic for sure.
Yep, and his athleticism got him to the end zone. If that was just any old average quarterback, he's not getting the end zone on that, but he's just a great athlete, and he runs so smooth, and it just looks effortlessly, but I mean, that's just a tough.
I don't remember him in basketball. Did he play baseball at all? Do you know, Ryan? He's a tremendous athlete.
Yeah, you would think he wouldn't be a one-sport kind of kid.
That's what I was thinking, but I don't remember him in basketball.
The name Tellez does ring a bell.
Okay.
So, but Hickory's got, I mean, what was it, 4 years ago, Hickory won District 10 in.
Fake. Well, maybe just a busted play here.
I think that was a busted play. I don't see anybody out there, so he's going to get smushed.
Oh.
So
that was Tellez again, right? I believe he's the holder.
He was feeling himself.
No, I don't think that is
No,
him.
is that 9?
Yeah,
It was
number 9.
Okay. Krivosh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. But, 4 years ago, speaking of, Hickory Hornets, they're up 34-6 with 1:52 left. About 4 or 5 years ago, Hickory won District 10 in football, boys basketball, and baseball.
Yeah, it's impressive.
So we got 1:52 left. See if we can't maybe muster something up here. I don't know. We'll see.
You hope again because we're going to get the ball back in the second half, and it'd be nice to build some momentum.
Lynch has been getting a little better each drive.
Yeah,
a little
for
more
sure,
comfortable, and it's good to see. So let's get the ball here. Let's see if we can get the score up.
Agree. So the Knights are getting everybody lined up. Looks like it's Riley Toledo getting out there in the middle.
Big boy too.
Oh yeah.
6 foot 240.
Yep.
Looks like Freddie Blackhurst on the 20 number right there. I'd move him back to about the 10 and just that's where he kicks it every time.
Yeah.
You're right.
Coming right to
yeah.
him. Put 2 guys back there. Here it comes. A little more centered.
Okay, gets out to about the 20-yard line.
Yep.
Gang tackled by a bunch of Hornets, swarming well to the ball.
That was Maddox, right?
Yep. Maddox.
Tommy Gunn.
Tommy Gunn. So Maddox, is he a sophomore?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, so some promising young football players out there for the Knights. So Lynch going in there.
First and 10, Franklin.
We want to see. Now, here's something you have to think about, Chad. You got to be careful on those, 5 and out, because those can get picked off pretty quick if you got a lot of air under that ball.
Yeah, and those typically got to be a shorter pass. I know the last time he tried the out here that I believe there's a miscommunication between the receiver. They're lucky that didn't get picked because he threw to the wide side of the field and
wide open. Oh, he was open.
That ball is hit out of his hand. A fumble. The Hornets are claiming they have the ball, and they got the fumble.
You know, again, I know you got a little bit of time here to get a long ways down the field, but we had 4 receivers. You know, Deuce is set, and all 4 guys are 25 yards down the field as he's trying to throw.
Right.
Yeah.
And for an experienced quarterback, you know, that 3-step let it out. But for a kid who's in his first half of football, there's got to be a little bit better of an option to keep it. At least you always want to get a completion in those situations.
Right.
For sure.
Yep. So it looks like the Hornets will have the ball at the 14 with 1st and 10. That's not how we wanted to finish this half.
No, definitely not.
See how the Hornets come out here. They got a lot of options to work with here. So you can see Turk talking to his young quarterback there, Lynch, on the sideline, talking about holding the ball and moving around. So it's.
I will admit there was a guy open. I mean, if he'd have hit it on his 3rd step, there was a guy there. But for a young quarterback, that's a tough ask.
Yeah.
Yeah. Snap is low, and that ball is perfectly thrown to the end zone.
Good catch.
Wow.
Great catch.
Kid's a gamer.
Yeah. Great throw by Xander Telez.
Caught by Tylon Cousin.
That's impressive by the junior, number 8. The play caller for the Hornets.
Jones out for the extra.
Yeah, he's legit.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, like I said, we've seen every type of pass.
Yeah.
Touch pass, the bullets, the deep ball. He's got an arsenal.
Rolling out, still pass. I mean,
yeah.
just
even just scrambling.
Great. He just has a great sense to him in the pocket. He's, just a good quarterback. So again, Jones back for the extra point, and it's good.
Clockwork.
Yep. So 41-6, the Hornets have opened it up here at the end of the first half. Now we still have 1:28 left, and I just think the
might want to
Knights
just hand it off and get to halftime. At this point.
That's what I'm kind of thinking. You don't want to get, you don't want to lose what confidence you can have. You don't want to lose that going into halftime, because it's just, it's going to be a tough one. Speaking of tough one here, we got Mr. Johnson coming in behind us here in the booth. He's going to be calling the shots for his crew out in the halftime show. A great program. The Knights always perform well at halftime. Always.
Yeah, I hope Coach Turk, again, just hand the ball off up the middle.
Yeah.
Let's lick our wounds at halftime.
So at halftime now, Oil City is up 30-7 against Corey. I believe it's at Corey. And they're talking about Ethan Knox, the superstar, has about 285 yards so far.
That's it.
At the first half, right?
Yeah, that's just first half. He is literally Tecmo Bo Jackson.
The one thing I did notice, he only had about half the carries he normally does.
Half?
Not even half, a quarter of them.
Yeah.
So
11 carries last week. That's great. Nice run by Eddie Maddox here.
Yeah, that could have even been a late hit, but all right.
When you run that offense so well, it hurts him, because they're up 60-0 at halftime.
Right.
And so, a respectful coach isn't going to leave him out there. So,
Yeah, and Chad and I have talked before. He's going to play at the next level. If you're recruiting him, you don't want him having 40 to 50 carries a game. He's going to be wore out by the time he gets to your college program.
You're not buying a car with 200,000 miles on it.
No.
So.
No.
And you're not going to invest scholarship money in a running back that's got,
no.
you know.
And he's a smart kid and very likable. So
and he doesn't take big hits either, though.
No.
I mean, that's the thing. He might get a lot of mileage on him, but
Yep.
they're all highway miles.
I like that. Nice.
There you go.
Nice quick throw there by Landon Lynch. Out. Looks like it's about a 5-6 yard gain.
To Cole Buckley.
That was a nice play.
Those are little things. That's what he needs going into halftime.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to call timeout with 1:09 left.
I think that's their last one.
Yeah. So those are nice things that I like seeing. If nothing else, you know, you want to keep the kids mentally engaged, because if they check out, it's lights out and not good for the night. So.
And it's so hard when you're, you know, feel like you're being decimated.
Yeah.
And you have to ask yourself, what's it
what
for?
am I doing here? Yeah. No, and that's legit. And also, you know, the kids aren't stupid. The scoreboard's right in front of them. They're going to look.
Yeah.
And they know, you know, and, you know, no one wants to be like, oh, you're part of that team that got beat up, you know, 70 to nothing or whatever. So it's all part of it.
It's tough. I was part of, I think it was my sophomore, junior year, I was part of the worst loss in Franklin history. And
Is that the Grove
City
yeah.
game, yeah.
Wow.
I do remember that.
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, we had our JV in at halftime, and they were trying to lead the state in yards allowed and points allowed, so they left their starters into the fourth quarter.
Oh, my.
They could have scored 120 points. I mean,
they put up 90, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. But anyhow, it's just so hard to go to school on Monday. I mean, it's
I can imagine.
It is a difficult thing. A lot of people that don't have the courage to put pads on in general.
Exactly. They're the ones that are the biggest talkers.
Every time. And when you lose like that, there's just not a thing you can say. So it's a tough thing. I feel for the kids when it happens, for sure.
Yep. So,
okay. Take a first down.
Hey, and we get that first down with no time taken off the clock either. So that's a bonus for the old Knights.
Yeah, not sure it'll matter, but it was. No, I was just gonna say the last time out wasn't Franklin. It was actually Hickory.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. Good call.
We might end up getting to use that after all.
It would be nice to go in with a little momentum,
Yeah.
put a score up on the board.
Yeah, even without having Fenningworth too, that's tough because you could get into field goal range here and boost a little confidence. I'm not sure about Richie's leg as far as field goal kicking. We haven't seen much of it yet.
Oh, no, they're off back foot. Yeah, that's the risk you take.
Yep.
Number 7, William Archie, a senior. Nice interception.
Coming off holding his hand, must have either took it off a helmet or a defender's hand.
William Acree, my bad.
Favre?
Favre? I was throwing in some letters in there, thinking of old Mike Archie.
Hey, yeah, there's
It's
a
a name
blast
from the past. There's old Miss Amy down there, my beautiful wife. Down there entertaining some people, I'm sure with some great conversation.
Is she knitting any wash rags?
I'm not sure. You know, for all this knitting she does, Chad, do you have any?
I don't have a single wash rag from her.
She has to make that correction. I mean, that's awful. Oh,
another screen.
Oh, screen. Yep. Wow. He's got about 10 yards with nobody around him. Spinning, and man, is that boy good.
That's that freshman.
That's Calvin Morrison. I mean, the freshman's just as dynamic of a freshman as you've ever seen.
Can you imagine him at a senior putting on about another 20 pounds, 30 pounds of muscle?
Well, fortunately for me, my youngest, Jack, is a freshman, and I will be watching this. Yes. Now, unfortunately, speaking of Jack, he had an injury from baseball this year, and we finally, after seeing a few different doctors and getting an MRI done, young Jack does have a torn ACL, is going to be out for a little while for all sports, but he hurt it playing baseball and has not got to suit up at all for the Knights this year, and he will not be having a freshman season for football or basketball, unfortunately. So
that's tough, but I mean, at least again, freshman year, time to rebuild. They're resilient at that age.
Oh, they heal a little quicker than you and I, Chad.
But just a tad.
Just a tad. So the Hornets, 1st and 10 to 26. Back to pass.
Well, that's a pick.
Okay.
Pass incomplete.
Payne. Yep.
He's having himself a good game on defense.
He is. He's doing real well.
Battling out there.
Yep. So Drayden Payne on the deflection there. Good coverage all the way. Nice to see. He's so athletic. I think sometimes, you know, when you have athletes on the field, the only thing you're worried about is just making sure mentally they're, you know, checking everything out. And there's a play where he was in the right position the whole way.
They are not taking their foot off the gas.
No, they got trips right, and we have 2 guys back there out of 3.
Good hit.
Wide open
And
down
there
the
you
center.
go.
Yep. There's a flag, though. There is a flag.
There's a flag on the field. See what they call.
I think it was on Hickory. Something at the end there.
Hold.
Yeah, hold.
I'll take it.
Okay. Yeah, on that last play, it was kind of an odd setup for the Knights. They had trips to the right, the far side for Hickory. We had 2 defensive backs and no safety. I mean, that was, you know, you and I might be able to throw that one.
They knew they were going to get called for a holding. So.
Yeah, right.
Nick with the
comic relief.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a non-contact injury down there in the corner of the field. I did see him go down, but I just thought
no.
and that's not good because I watched him go to the ground, but I was just thinking that he was upset because he didn't get the pass because he was wide open as well. But
he had a plethora of wide open guys. Is that what you're saying?
Okay, the penalty goes back to the 36, it looks like.
Yeah, so we got 40 seconds left in the first half here at Franklin. We have the Hickory Hornets up 41-6 on the Knights. We got an injury timeout down there for Hickory. Hopefully the young man's okay. So he's up on 2 feet. See how it goes. Looks like he's
gingerly, but he's moving.
Yeah, he's doing all right. So good to see the young men up
jogging
and going. It's tough to see who he.
Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't seen.
Yeah, he's got to turn his shoulders a little bit for us, but
the non-contact ones are the scary ones for sure.
You're not a kidding. You know, and you know, you love the turf because it's durable and there's so many conditions you can play in, but that's the only downside of turf is sometimes you get those non-contact. And it looks like that might be number 4.
I was thinking the same.
Tylon Cousin, senior.
Yeah, it is number 4.
Running back.
Finally
so
turned around.
hopefully he's okay and going to make a comeback here in the second half. We don't like to see injuries at this level at any.
Same formation. I'm curious they run the same play here.
Yeah. So now we actually have a couple safeties back, and we have some.
Yeah. Linebackers, spread out to take the guy in the slot, as it should be.
Yep. Showing the athleticism.
Going deep
A
ball.
nice deep ball.
Man.
Wow, is that perfect?
On the money.
Number 7 for the Hornets. William Ackery, again, just a beautiful, beautiful throw by Telez.
Is that over Maddox? Maddox on the coverage there? That's tough for,
That's a tough
young
matchup for
kid.
a sophomore. Yeah.
With a pinpoint quarterback that's going to put it out there.
Yeah, so now we're looking, that only took 6 seconds off the clock, Chad, so I think we might be having a running clock. What's the running clock at? Is it 40?
I think it's 45.
35, yeah.
We just got told by the men in the booth here, after 35 points, it's going to be a running clock in the second half. So it'll be a little bit quicker. We have the kicker, speaking, Lucas Jones, back for the extra point. He's
offside.
Nuts. You know, and that's something that it's just a natural thing, Chad. You know, when you have this great kicker and you think, I'm going to make a play.
Yeah, right.
And you're trying to do your best, and darn it, they changed their cadence on us. What the heck?
I'm not even sure if it was that. I think it was just trying to get that extra step, just trying to anticipate it a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame the kids. They're just trying to get something going here. So with that being said, he's going to make another attempt here to try and solidify the 48-6 end of the first half. If they can get this to go through the uprights. Kick is up and looks real good. So that's
34.2 seconds left. It is 48.
This is where Franklin needs to just hand the ball off and get into halftime.
As we said
Can
before,
you down the ball?
Oh, yeah, you can
take a knee. Yeah, I know.
You can go just say victory formation here.
Yeah. Right. Yes.
Never want to quit by any means, but it's what, 21 points in about a minute and a half of game time here. It's,
Yeah, you could fumble, bad exchange on the snap. I mean, so many things could happen there that.
Yeah, and what's frustrating, not to say Franklin's done anything wrong, but Lynch had a couple of those plays. He got out of the pocket, made some plays, and that was with about 5 minutes left in the half. And since then, I think we've got 2 picks, another turnover, and all those little bit of momentum plays are they're out the window. You don't even remember they happened at this point. So it's a tough thing. It really is.
Sometimes those uppers get just pulled down by all the great plays by Hickory, but and also just the relentless attack on defense. That every time you get you think you get somebody on the outside, there's a great, wow.
Yeah, that's a leg there.
That is a great kick down to the 2-yard line. Is that? Oh, that's
Maddox.
Is that Maddox?
Yeah. Hold on to
Twisting and turning. All right, out to the 18. So I mean, I tell you, Maddox is very athletic and very. He's built well for a younger kid. I mean, he's only 5'8", 152, but he's definitely all muscle.
He's a scrappy 152.
He is, and Sam's told me before that he's pretty stout and can move well. So hopefully it's an athlete that continues to build on that foundation. So we'll see how we go here. With 27 seconds left, we'll see if going to get a little victory formation. I don't think we are. He may. Back to pass. Lynch steps up, tucks it, runs. Oof.
I was thinking about this earlier in the game, and you certainly hope it never gets to this point. But who is the third quarterback? Would it just be Buckley at that point?
I would have to assume.
Yeah.
That or else there was talk about Lynch having backup of Maddox, but I don't know if he's backing up or not. But so there's the end of the half. It's 48-6. The Hickory Hornets are up on the Franklin Knights. We'll take a timeout here and be back in a jiffy here at Franklin High School.
Tonight we feature our majorette line to the electro-pop hit from 2020 from her studio album Future Nostalgia. This is Dua Lipa's Break My Heart. We close tonight's performance with the instant pop classic from The Weeknd. From his 2020 album, After Hours, spending 4 weeks at the top of the Billboard charts, this is Blinding Lights. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hickory Hornets Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, known throughout the country as the pride of Pennsylvania, your Franklin High School Black Knight marching band ships up to Boston with the Dropkick Murphys. We proudly bring to the front our Silks and Knights with Lady Gaga. The Franklin High School Black Knight Marching Band keeps it hot, hot, hot with Buster Poindexter.
Franklin High School Blackman Marching Band, on the direction of Mr. Steve Johnson. Assistants on Mrs. Christina Watchblocker, Miss Amanda Lewis, Dr. Warren Green, and Mr. Will Robinson. Band front advisors, Mrs. Ashley Smith, Mrs. Lisa Ummenauer. Drum makers, Charlie Showers, Cam Smith, and Tyler Thompson. United captains, Brooklyn Birchanowski, Brianna Clark, Quinlan Carnes, and Savannah Steigerwald. Silk captains, Riley Brophy, and Karis Heckathorn. Ladies and gentlemen, your Franklin High School Black Knight Marching Band!
Okay, we are back from halftime. Unfortunately, the Knights are looking up at the Hornets, who are currently ahead 48-6. Chad, the first half just, there's some little spots here and there of a glimpse of hope, but it just was really a steamrolling machine by the Hickory Hornets.
Just got away from us. And it's hard to stop momentum. One, they're a good team. They don't necessarily need the momentum to really, get what they want to get. But once the momentum started happening, it was just tough to
couldn't get it to stop. No. Yeah. So unfortunately, the Knights are going to be in a big uphill battle, and I believe if we are correct, after it's 30, if you're up 35 points leading into the second half, it's a running clock. So we'll see how things go for the Knights, who are going to be receiving. Looks like we have to switch ends on the field. They kind of forgot where they kicked from and where they're receiving from here. So.
Yeah, the first half seemed very long, and I'm sure it felt very, very long for the Knights on the field. But this second half's going to go a lot quicker, and I'm hopeful that Hickory calls the dogs off.
Yeah.
And puts in their second string, and Franklin can get some experience with some younger guys as well here.
And I'd like to see Franklin get some second string in, because I'm not sure if you're aware, but the JV game that was scheduled for tomorrow has been canceled. I did hear that earlier this week from Coach Turk. It was just a scheduling nightmare for his guys who would be playing 3 games.
Gotta catch that.
Oh, man, bounced off you. Can't see down that far. They moved in the pile out there. So, but so there's no JV game. So we'll just see what the Knights can come up with. So. So the Knights are going to have 1st and 10. Looks like about the 21, 22-yard line.
He made the best of a very bad situation there.
Sure did.
He got some good blocks. I saw some white jerseys falling off to the ground.
Yeah, and I think you and I both inside our heads were going, oh, geez.
Right.
It's like, oh, no, don't let it hit off your shins or whatever. So that's always a tough one. So
don't start that way.
Yeah, no. So Landon Lynch starting quarterback tonight, the junior. Getting some game experience going here. We'll see if we can make something happen in the second half. A little rollout.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
They flow just so well that that's not going to be there no matter who you have running the ball, I don't think.
No, looked like Jaden Phillips, freshman, was out there. Number 11 just kind of snuffed that out pretty quickly. So, again, quarterback Stud Muffin Slick Nick to my left here. That's just tough when you're a right-handed quarterback running left.
Yeah,
maybe it's setting something up. I'm not sure, but that's a tough play.
Yeah, and you saw their speed the whole first half, so he's thinking about that, how fast he's got to get out there, and the faster you run, the harder it is to throw the ball. So especially against your body like that. So that's just it's a tough design.
Yep,
it's a tough design.
Was that not a design run? I guess I didn't pay attention to see if receivers went downfield, but I kind of thought it might have been a designed, Q sweep, but
that would make more sense.
Hopefully,
let
that's
it rip.
What it was.
There you go.
Check down to Al, just a little bit high.
He had happy
little
feet.
Excitement.
He had happy feet back there that time. Understandably so.
Yeah. Another thing too there is there was a little bit of a guy getting a guy blocking, his guy blocking, and a defender on the end, right in his path, and he just has to note it, instead of trying to put it over top like that, take a step up in the pocket and then let that fire in. But that's a young quarterback, and those are things that you can live with.
Yes.
In the grand scheme of it, but it just looks so much worse when nothing else is working.
It does, and it's no fault on any one person. It's just a conglomerate of things that's just not rolling well for the Knights right now. So, but with 3rd and 19 to
country mile. Right?
That's a country mile. Oh my!
Get rid of it.
Scrambling, moving.
Get rid of it.
Rolls to his right, throws right, and out of bounds.
He's got some wheels
just
too.
Gonna say that.
I
was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
You look at him and you wouldn't think it, but
yeah. Well, the thing is, you got to figure Landon is he's a tall kid. He's 6'3", so his steps are he moves well for someone 6'3", but he is running for his life.
Is he? What is he? I'm sorry.
Oh, he's a junior.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so is Carey, correct?
Yes, both quarterbacks are juniors. Now, I will say, to my knowledge, I could be wrong, but to my knowledge, I think this is the first year Lynch has ever played quarterback
It
as
is.
well.
I do know that for sure. Somebody had told me that before last week that they didn't have a backup, so they had to kind of work him in. And honestly, all things considered, he's doing pretty well. He
You're
really
darn
is.
right. You're darn right.
This time last year, he was probably down a little bit on the depth chart at the receiver end, and now he's in here as a starting quarterback. So
you're exactly right.
There's a lot of growing to do, but got to get him on the field somehow. Even if Carey's going to be out a while.
Oh
boy. But
Ruh-roh.
Oh man. But yeah, you got to find ways to get Lynch on the field. He's got some speed. He seems to be a pretty good athlete.
Yeah.
So.
He's a good kid. He's one of the kids that goes over to Grandma Faith Schleifer. Kudos to her and Grandpa Mike. They get probably a handful of kids that come over in between school and practice or school and game. She feeds them, does a great job with them, and they love her, and she loves them, and that's her love language is food, which, I mean, you can just imagine how rough it is on those kids. Right, yeah. I mean,
she makes some darn good hot dog sauce.
She does.
She gave me the recipe for that.
Oh, yeah,
too.
yeah, I knew. And today they had baked ziti.
Ooh.
Yeah, just something real quick. It's so easy, and she'll understand what I mean when I say it's so easy. So everything she whips up, I ask her, and she's like, "Oh, it's so easy to do." I'm like, "You say that every time."
Yeah.
It's like this quarterback over there, Telez. If I'd say, "Man, how do you do that?" And it's like, "Oh, it's nothing. Just throw the ball." Yeah, right.
Be interested to see who Hickory comes out here with, if they're going to bring the guys back out or give some some depth players some looks here.
Yeah.
Looks like they're still out there. No, they're not.
Three.
Never mind. Yep. They're not.
Yeah.
Parker Hilliard. He's lined up at quarterback. But is that 3?
It is 3, yeah.
He has him listed as a tight end.
Nice.
All right.
Get the big man out there.
Probably drew straws at halftime. Anyone want to throw the
they
ball?
kept their starting running back in.
And he is going to get one to the house.
Oh! Who was that met him? Was that
is that Payne back
there? No. I think that was Bryson Watson.
It's a good stick.
So a touchdown again by the freshman phenom, Calvin Morrison.
Yep.
A beautiful run. I mean, he just looks. It looks effortless when he's just in traffic, and he's not shaking. He's just kind of gliding, and then wham, he's gone.
He's so light on his feet.
He is.
I mean, he makes them cuts and gone.
Yeah, you said it earlier, Chad. It'll be interesting to watch him put a little weight on and see. I mean, is he an athlete?
Right.
Yeah. So, and I'm not sure. Again, as being a freshman, this is his first year in high school. We don't know if this boy is a basketball player, track star. I mean, I would imagine he's going to play another sport. He's just that gifted as an athlete.
Yeah, no doubt.
So 54-6, the Hornets over the Knights.
Backup kicker.
He can boot.
And that's a nice kick as well.
Yeah.
So
that was kicked by Logan Stanford.
Yep. They have a few kickers on the roster. That's their third kicker, maybe?
Wow. Jeez. So 55-6, the Hornets are up on the Knights with 8 minutes left in the third quarter. And now's the time for one of the guys that's a little bit lower in the depth chart just to say, watch this. And that's what, that's what coaches are going to take notice of. I mean, you just remember last year, Chad.
Yeah.
What was the the boys have I'll think of it here in a minute. But anyways, there was a boy last year that played linebacker. He's one of 3, and Holly's their mom. She was the bus driver for the kids. She's a great woman. And she has 3 kids, and the one just flew right up through the middle and just smacked at linebacker. I'll find it here.
Short, small little kid.
Yeah.
I'll find his name here. Oh, Jacob Balsamo.
Yeah, that's right.
It was one of the Balsamo kids. There's 3 of them. I don't know which ones are where, but last year he was, I believe, a sophomore, and he came through the line, and it was up at Meadville.
Yeah.
And he laid a bang that you could hear from Meadville down to Barkeyville.
Yeah, he's the only one I see on the Balsamo. I see on the
Yeah, so there's
roster
just
here.
must be just the one playing football. So we got a little run. Yeah.
Oh,
Oof.
my. He's hurt.
Oh.
That's got probably a wind. I mean, he got
yeah.
whipped hard to the ground.
I didn't see who that was.
That's Maddox on the ground.
Yeah, he got ragdolled there.
And a timeout, officials timeout call.
Let's just hope it's the wind.
Hopefully it's a wind and he didn't have like a wing or a wrist or anything up there.
Nah, it looked like he came flat on his back.
I hope so. So we got 7:54 left in the third quarter, 55-6. The Hickory Hornets are putting the sting on the Knights.
This time of the game seems, you start to see some fans leave, and it's easy to think that running clock, this game's worthless. Let's get it moving. But these are such valuable reps. They still got the starters out there, but as this goes on, they're going to get a lot of valuable reps for some of these young kids.
Yes.
And it's you hate to have to get to this point in the game, but you start to get some freshmen, some sophomores, maybe even some juniors that don't see the field a whole lot, some experience, and that's going to matter, especially with a small roster. As the season goes on and more injuries start to mount up, you got to have guys ready to step up, and a lot of times this is the time of the season, the times of the game to make that happen.
Yep, and that's and like I said, there was originally I think maybe 5 or 6 total JV games scheduled. And the JV did play Monday at Titusville, and they did win.
Yeah, they canceled the Hickory. I saw on Twitter they canceled the Hickory.
Yep.
But
but they did well against Titusville, so it's a nice job by them. And actually, Eddie Maddox was the quarterback up there for. Hopefully he's okay. He's a tough kid. You're going to be seeing more of him in the future. So again, tonight's the salute to the armed forces. It's nice to see this continue. I know we did it last year, and hope to continue it year after year for the Knights.
Maddox is up and walking.
He's got his arm kind of bent, held up, and going for a ride on the taxi known as Becky. That's not a good way to leave the field.
No, he'll be fine. Maybe not right tomorrow, but he's a good kid, and he's smart too.
The way he, obviously we're not doctors up here, but the way he landed, the way he's holding his arm and looking shoulder or something, it's hard to say.
So in this year we have Moose. Zach Boffman is the official athletic trainer, and Becky's on full-time athletic director. So it's nice to see both of them working together and helping out these young fellas.
Yeah, excited to have Moose. It kind of frees Becky a little bit up, to do some more athletic director duties, which is helpful to everybody.
There's Balsamo leading the
upfield.
fullback.
There we go.
On that play.
Nice.
He does come out of there aggressive, though. He looked to lay a hit. Didn't quite land, but.
Hey, listen, he plays one way. Pedal to the metal.
Right.
Yeah, so unfortunately tonight we have a couple of little technical issues. So if you notice, you're not going to see the score flashing. It's currently 55-6 with 7 minutes left in the game, in the third quarter. And hopefully next week we'll get these little bugs fixed, and we'll look forward to maybe get some interaction with our fans out there and maybe have a little educational and entertaining segment we like to refer to as Ask Ryan and Chad. And this year, folks, you can get really educated and ask Nick.
All right. Oh, yeah.
Nice
Good
run.
It was a late hit.
Nice run. So it's going to pick up a first down for the Knights. So we'll move those chains, which is, listen, step by step, baby.
Yeah.
You got to just go one at a time. And again, that's going to help Landon on his development as a football player, but especially as a quarterback. So
I like to see that he's still out there with the rest of the second-string team.
Yep.
Yeah.
Continuing to get the reps, get comfortable. Because, again, you don't know when Jason Carey's coming back. It's, day to day. He thought he was going to get some practice in this week, but you could tell by him walking he wasn't putting full weight on his legs.
No. And it looks like Logan Knight's out there, 36 at the far end.
Yep.
Okay.
So we got some younger guys out there.
D. Ross split out wide.
Yeah. Now there's a kid. You want to see somebody get pedal to the metal.
Scrappy as they come.
That's it.
Freddie Blackhurst down here in the bottom of the field, getting a little time as well.
That's great to see.
Yeah, Freddie's going to be something special.
Oh, man, I can't wait to watch him.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's going to be a lot of fun.
He tore it up in junior high.
Oh man.
My. For those of you listening that don't know, Freddie Blackhurst has a legendary grandfather who he's named after. Just a great family, but his grandma, Candy, and grandpa, Mr. Fred Blackhurst, Hall of Famer as a player, but also was a tremendous coach here and impacted a ton
and teacher,
of lives as a teacher, just as a great human to the world. I'm sure he's probably watching here.
He was
or
here
at
last.
home.
He was here last week. They had him brought up here.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so he's.
I didn't see him today. I didn't look for him, but he was
Look
here
at
last
Lynch
week.
move around, directing traffic, telling people to get downfield.
Good for him.
Yeah,
That's
he's
great.
fairly shifty for his size.
He is.
He is.
He is.
Been very impressed with his ability to move around.
Yeah, and Lynch, you might, those of you listening, if anybody knows the name Lynch, in the history of Venango County football, his uncle, Marty, was quite a ball player.
Didn't know the relation, but
yes,
yes.
And his dad, I see down here, he's in attendance tonight. His first name's escaping me, but I know his dad has a twin sister, Nisha.
Yes.
Is it Ben? Yes, it's Ben. Yeah. So
yeah, Nisha's son Damien's coming up in the junior high basketball ranks. Real good, tough athlete.
He is a tough kid.
I enjoyed coaching him last year.
Yep. And Chad and I play softball and play in a fantasy football league with Damien's dad, Michael Cassano. Shout out to the old side. So 3rd and 18. Lynch moving to his right. I love that. Nice little. Oh, that's into traffic.
It's tough.
Picked off.
That's picked off by number 11, Jaden Phillips.
Good
who
tackle.
makes a heck of a run back there.
By Caden Mincer-Lakeland.
Another freshman.
Another freshman. Now, I've not seen too many. I like to brag kids up.
I know where this is going.
This kid, Chad, you probably haven't seen him.
I didn't even recognize the name.
Okay. He's from down my way, Barkeyville kid.
Yeah, all right.
And I'm telling you, he has definition of muscles in his body. For being in 9th grade, he looks like a freshman in college.
Okay.
He's aggressive, and he is all over the place in basketball.
Yeah, I was just going to say, we had him in basketball. He was on the 8th grade team last year, and there were some times where we had to hold him back.
Calm down.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking, fighting people, and not that we condone that, but you just love to see how competitive.
He's competitive, yeah.
Oh, man, it was fun to watch him. Him and Logan, the Bash brothers. It'll be fun to watch them grow up and play together.
So that looks like a scamper to the outside there. Looks like number 17, Lucas Jones.
No, I think it was 27.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Jamal Calhoun.
Looks like he's a sophomore. Nice run out there by him.
Yeah, I thought we had
quick
it
on the
actually
feet.
covered and stretched out, and he busted for 20 yards.
Ball placed at the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
So we'll see how things go here, how tough these Knights can hold up.
So there's the option. They run so well.
Yep. That's a tough one to stop. So with 2:26 left in the 3rd quarter, the Hickory Hornets strike again. It's 61-6 now. We'll see if the Hornets can do another successful kick for the extra point.
Out for the extra point.
Now, did that play clock surely didn't? That has to be off.
Yeah. I mean, this is an untimed down anyways.
Right. That's why I saw the play clock was hitting 0, and I'm thinking, no way.
From the previous play.
Yeah. Yep.
What are we waiting on here, fellas?
I think they're waiting for this gentleman. He's going to be coming into the screen
the,
now.
Snapper.
No,
he doesn't know where he is.
All right. Hey, give me room. Give me room.
Oh.
Hey now.
All right.
Wide
oh,
open.
wow. You got an athlete that's holding that ball.
That's, yeah. That's Cravash. He scored a couple times today, I think.
Yeah,
and
he's doing all right out there.
they must not have a second string holder.
No.
You usually don't.
It's true.
Same with your long snapper. I don't
Yep.
think you have many of those on the team.
63-6, Hickory with 2:26 left in the third quarter.
So the 2-point conversion's good. 63-6 with 2:26 left in the third quarter. Things are a little glim here tonight for the Franklin Knights.
Yeah, it's kind of what I hate to say what we expected, but
yeah,
without having Carey and without having Sanchez against a team that we just are obviously a little bit outmatched,
Yeah.
just perfect storm. And the positive is after that first quarter, I thought, boy, the defense looked good.
Yeah.
You know, we were playing hard, but you know, you got an inexperienced quarterback, inexperienced running back there, and when mistakes start to happen, it is really hard for young kids to throw them to the side and keep going. It's such a difficult thing. So,
it's a tough thing, and hopefully these guys pull through here.
Yeah, and I mean, and aside from Maddox's injury, we've stayed relatively healthy.
Yep.
I mean, they got him in a sling down there now, so it has to be definitely an arm or shoulder.
Yeah.
For sure.
And that's the tough thing with you know, Franklin. It's crazy to say, becoming kind of a smaller school, is numbers are always an issue. So, you know, you get, like Ryan said earlier, you start canceling JV games,
Yep.
and then younger kids don't get experience, and it's such a snowball effect.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get him back out at 35.
35. So something to look forward to. Tomorrow, the Junior Knights will be at Oil City tomorrow at 2 o'clock. So go out and support those Junior Knights. Shout out to Scott Graham and the crew there. They're working hard. They play Oil City. So, again,
always
2
a good
o'clock.
matchup at the younger
Yeah,
level for sure.
We've had some good games with those folks up there in Oil City. So it's
like to see the fifth quarter kids crack off a win this week. They lost a heartbreaker last week, but definitely think they've got it in them.
Oh, yeah. So here we go. Lynch keeping it, running the outside. Looks like he's going to get out of bounds.
Really
Maybe
proud
not.
of him for fighting. I mean, it's really easy for a young kid to give up. He's one of the only starters left out there.
Yep.
Putting his nose down. He's running hard. I mean, there's a lot to say about that. There really is.
So
there he is.
We'll see. Yep. So see some guys that don't normally get some action out there. And one thing that I do like, though, is if you have a young quarterback out there, I like seeing some big boys still out in the game.
Yes.
Franklin has a pretty deep line.
Young, but deep.
Deep.
I mean, they're
big.
Yeah.
There's some big boys coming up through the system, and you like to see that because I don't care who you are. If you're the backup quarterback, you don't want to have nothing but just tiny little kids in front of you to
it does
block.
not help with development. I mean, you even look at like the preseason of the NFL. They don't throw those rookie quarterbacks out there with the third-string line. They're still out there with the varsity, and I guess not varsity, but first-team line, because I mean that's how you're going to get experience.
Oh, that's a nice
He's
little
gone.
run.
There we go.
Baby.
There we
Checked
go.
out. This is that Mincer Lakeland kid, the
Mincer.
Barkeyville.
Mincer, baby.
He can play. He's going to be Freddie, this ninth grade group, get Jack back. I mean, they're going to be a good little core group here. I really enjoy them.
Yeah. Mincer is a tough kid.
Oh.
I'm telling you, they don't come much tougher. And if that kid gets some space, he's going to make it happen. So kudos to the line blocking and the receivers. There was some room there, and he just took off.
Yeah, very impressive.
Yeah, so way to go, Caden.
Yeah, it's great to see that, and it's like I said earlier, it's just good. It's good. Not that the beginning of the game, and not that some of these seniors aren't a little down in the dumps, but it's hard not to get excited when a freshman comes in. He'll remember that touchdown the rest of his life.
For sure.
100%. I believe that's his first varsity carry.
I haven't seen him. He didn't play much last week.
Not at all.
So that brings the score 63-12. The Knights are down.
Going for two.
Going for two.
I don't think we were ready for that.
Pick it up.
Pick it up and go forward.
Help him out, line. Help him out, line. Help him out,
He's
line.
in there.
I think he's going to get it. Yes, sir.
All right, all right.
Yes, sir.
Just how we drew it up.
That's right.
Yep, that's right.
Hickory's running with the ball, but
But hey, as soon as the ref's hands go up, you can just drop the ball. Hands go up for a touchdown, good, you can have it. Yeah, so good on the Knights there. That's I don't really want to focus on anything other than just what's going good now. So that'll help build morale going forward, because you get beat up so many times. Ugh.
Mama Weimer just tuned into the broadcast.
Oh, did she?
Hi, Mrs. Weimer.
Is that Linda Weimer?
Linda, oh yeah.
All right. Hi, Mom. Glad to see that she's listening to her little guy up here. So, again, 1 minute left in the third quarter. The Knights putting up a fight.
Yep.
63-14. Those of you that maybe have some younger kids that are out there playing, tune in and stay with us here, because this is getting pretty fun. You know, I know it's football and you like to see defense, but when you're getting beat on a little bit, it's nice to see some offense and keep the ball moving.
Yeah, you know, with the JV game being canceled, I mean, this is great for these kids. I mean,
best case scenario at this point.
Gives them the experience on a night game. In front of a bigger crowd.
You got the fans, you got the band.
Yeah.
You know, the pride of the Western Hemisphere.
Right.
That's the band. Cheerleaders, you got it all. Hey.
Nice boot.
Nice. Connor Ritchie.
Real nice.
What a kick. Hey. Wow, good things are happening there for the Knights.
Now, I mean, I remember my kicker on kickoff, Big J Butler. 6'3", 320.
Dude could boot it, though.
But that was in the day when you wore the square toe kicking shoe.
Yes. Yes.
Are those even legal?
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
That's an interesting question. Maybe we'll have to get a guest appearance by Mr. Ian Harper to educate us on that. Ian's typically listening, and a former teammate of Chad and a fellow friend of ours from high school. He's quite the knowledgeable fellow out there.
Your mother said hi.
Oh, baby, here goes. Come on, somebody get it.
All right,
Jacob. Looks like Jacob Riddle, number 79 back there.
He moves well for a big kid.
He does. Yeah, he does. And we'll see how things go. Looks like a little miscue, but I don't think they have to run a play in this.
They don't.
They don't, no. So I don't know if we'll get another playoff. It's the end of the third quarter with the Hickory Hornets 63, Franklin Knights 14. So, and even down there, if you look at number 75, Caden Kaselka.
Yeah, big kid.
He is big. He's 5'8", 240. Yeah, the freshmen are good-sized kids. Aaron Moore, everybody calls him Junior. He's number 76, 6'3", 290. And then you have Jacob Riddle, sophomore, 6'2", 280. Now I'm partial. Jack's not my youngest Jack. He's not on the field. He's on the sideline. He's not supposed to be around the field because he has that torn ACL. But anyways, he's
not a small fry either.
No, he's 6'2", 265. And for a big fella, he can move decent for a big boy.
Very good athlete.
So we'll see how things develop for Jack and the rest of that freshman class. And, of course, Caden Mincer, that great run, and the running back, and then Freddie Blackhurst out on the wing. So things are looking promising for the Knights in years to come.
Yeah, you got Logan Knight. He's not a small guy either.
Logan, yeah.
You're talented athlete.
You know, what's funny is Logan, well, he's out there with the first string sometimes. So, yeah, as a true freshman. And Logan comes from a very athletic family. His dad, Josh, is a great softball player, has been for a number of years. And his mom, she was I think, all conference and maybe played some collegiate basketball. So, yeah. So we'll see how things go here for the Knights. But it's looking good in the future. And Chad, when you played, I think we had a 9th grade team, just 9th graders.
We did. It was completely separate, yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, I think now it's just everyone's kind of set with a 9th grade team. Oh, baby. Who is that? Is that Logan? No, that's number 9.
Matthew Toy?
Mincer. Mr. Spade said Mincer.
It might have been. Yeah,
I don't know.
19 or 9. Wasn't sure which one.
Mincer's got those blue sleeves, but I couldn't tell from
Is that
here.
Mincer? Yeah.
I don't know. Mr. Spade said it was, but
okay.
He's got the binoculars, so.
Yeah, he's usually right on the money out there.
Yeah.
So looks like out there Jacob Balsamo's number 43. He's up the middle, the linebacker. Number 50. Looks like Petey Alfeo out there. He's another big boy. He's a sophomore, but that boy's been a tough kid for a long time. He came up through the ranks of playing with the younger junior Knights. So also out there, number 55, Mr. Sam Weimer. Nice to see Sam out in the field.
Yeah, good to see him getting some reps in.
Yeah, and then out there, number 36. That's Logan Knight out there. So this is really your future of the Knights. And then, of course, Dallas Ross out there, number 14. Dallas is one that, Chad, you and I know real well. We had him in the Orange Crush. He's in, and
all
I'm
heart.
not
All heart.
yeah, and not that these other kids aren't special to us, but the ones that we had, we remember, and his personality and his willingness to just give everything he has. He did that from the time he was 4th grade.
Yep.
You know, there's a few kids that went out there and they just fought for all they have, and he's a good kid. And I know that he did some things in the offseason doing some engineering.
Yeah.
And he's a wrestler. He's a tough.
He is.
He's a wrestler, and so his mom and dad are great people, and I enjoy seeing them. And his sisters are off in college and doing great things. So, old D. Ross, and how can you go wrong with a guy's first name's Dallas? I mean, come on, Chad, you gotta love that.
Oh, Sam Weimer jumping the gun a little bit.
Listen, Big Steve would be proud of Sam there.
He did. Yeah, if you're going to jump off sides,
you
jump
better
off sides.
knock him on his butt. Now, I have a feeling that Sam will get yelled at by coaches on that. But, yeah, if you're jumping off sides, make sure that guy gets on his butt.
Now, it looked like Sam was coming from the linebacker spot, blitzing.
Yes. So Sam and Balsamo are the 2 middle linebackers. Looks like he was going to run a blitz. Run outside.
Logan Knight.
Logan Knight, baby. You're not getting out there on that boy. Yeah, hey, young on young. I like what we look like here.
Yeah, we definitely seem to match up very, very well.
Yes. Out there, another one close to us, Chad, number 34, senior, Smiley. Chase Guerin.
Correct me if I'm wrong. He didn't play last year, right?
He did not. He hasn't played for a couple years.
Yeah.
And
I saw him in the paper, and I was like, is that a misprint? Because I hadn't seen him in a while.
Nope. That's old Smiley.
He looks like he's 28 years old with that beard he's got.
He does have a beard. The kid's always smiling. That's why we call him Smiley.
Great kid.
He is
a good kid.
He took his younger brother. We had a elementary basketball camp in the spring, and he took his younger brother. And I asked him, his younger brother's name's Mason. I said, Mason, is that your dad? And he's like, no, that's my brother. Whoops.
He was a senior in high school.
Whoops.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Smiley, he can fly.
He's got wheels.
He does have wheels. Has always had wheels. I remember sometimes we just get him the ball and just go. So we'll see. It looks like Smiley's back, and is that Freddie Blackhurst
I can
back
just
there?
tell by the way he's standing.
I can too. Yeah. So a couple of.
Nice to see Freddie in space here. Let's get the ball.
Yeah. A couple of speedsters. Catch the ball in the air, please, guys.
Happy to see Guerin back
Go
here.
up and get it.
Oh, it's going to be short.
Look out.
That's out of bounds too.
And that ball bounces out of bounds.
I mean, we're going to be on our side,
Yeah, hey, good starting position here.
Yeah, probably about the 35-yard line somewhere. And there's only 9:37 left in this game, but I love seeing this part of the game. Things weren't going well for the starters, but I love seeing things to build on. I tend to be, a little optimistic more than pessimistic, which
a touch.
Yeah. But these guys are playing great.
I mean, you're a Cowboys fan. You got to try to be optimistic.
Listen, we have to be.
Get used to that.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick.
I'd like to see Freddie run a jet sweep here.
Same here.
Give
him the Cole Buckley play.
That's right.
Let him get the ball and go.
So it looks like it's still
design run. Yeah.
That's a design run to the left. Looks like he's got met by a bunch of Hornets. The only thing I don't like here is if you're going to run the ball in with this group out here, don't let it be your quarterback because he's your
starter left.
He's your only quarterback that has any playing experience.
And then didn't you say Maddox was the JV quarterback, and now he's hurt?
Down.
So
I was going to say he's over with Becky, and
Buckley's a little beat up. It's rolling the dice, but I'm sure you don't have many other options. Just trying to.
Nick, do you have any eligibility left in your?
I don't. I've exceeded it.
Okay, well, listen, you'll have that.
No COVID year or anything you could claim?
Yeah, I would love to. I'd love to go back out here. You just hand the ball off. I don't have to do anything special.
Well,
right, because you're not going to rebound like you used to.
No.
Here we go.
Ask Big Ryan how it feels to play in an alumni game.
Not go. Oh, Menser. All right. Big Ryan played an alumni football game because my whole high school career I was a golfer. I wasn't a football player.
Okay.
And they asked me to play in this alumni football game. My cousin, former coach Dave Smith.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I'll play. Sure, why not? Well, the second year I played, I tore my ACL and meniscus.
Okay.
So, which prepared me for young Jack having his ACL torn.
Sure,
I can understand what he's going through. But Mincer with a great run out there. Just little. He stands up a little much when he's going. So he needs to get.
He'll figure that out.
Low snap. There you go, Lynch.
Hey, Logan.
There goes
Logan. There we go. Get
plays.
that. All right, nice play. So that's a good thing about this is that, you got the backups in, and, Lynch, the ball picked it up and could still get it out to Logan.
Yep.
So it's a nice thing to see. I don't want to see, personally, I don't want to see Lynch running the ball. But I do like seeing an experienced quarterback get the ball to these guys, these younger guys. So it looks like out there we got Petey Alfeo, Sam Weimer up front.
Who's 11?
We don't have him on the roster.
We don't. Good question.
He there was a young man on the sidelines, wasn't in uniform for the scrimmage, and he was that gentleman from Rocky Grove. But I don't even know what his name is. I know that's terrible to say, but I recognize him as a basketball player at Rocky Grove.
Okay.
Wondering if that might be him.
Oh. Just get down.
Yep.
Okay. So some things to work on for the JV Knights. Coming off there, number 68. That's Avery Shetler, a junior. We haven't mentioned him tonight. He's a junior, big kid, 6 foot, 230.
This is the. Maybe I'm just wrong, but it just seems we have a lot of real big, healthy young men out there. I mean, big, strong boys, which is huge. You can't really do much in football without a little bit of size. No matter what style of offense you're trying to run, you got to have guys up front.
Yeah, and
we've got some at every grade. It looks like, which is awesome.
Sure do. So things are looking up. Looks like Balsamo is getting the play call from the sideline. So it looks like number 13 for the Hornets, Traylon Cousin, is the quarterback. He is a freshman. See how things go for him back there. Looks like a little jet.
Jet sweep.
Uh-oh, Sam.
All right. Oh.
Got to wrap up. There he's going.
Wow. Oh,
nice tap.
Hey, somebody.
Oh. Don't.
Logan Knights.
Logan.
Easy, fella. Easy.
Yeah. Some good pursuit by those Knights. And again, with Logan being big, I mean, Logan moves well.
He does
as
move
we've
well.
spoke
Very
before.
well.
So some of these younger guys for the Knights, they might be big, but they can move. So kudos to Logan Knight on that play. He was in pursuit.
Yeah, stretched it out.
I was just about to say, it looks like too many guys, but we just threw somebody off.
Oh, looks like Evan Stagwell out there?
No, I haven't seen him, and I'm just curious.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure if Evan is in uniform tonight or not. I know he was hurt.
That was going to be my question, was if we knew anything about Evan, because I would. I would have thought he'd got some definite playing time. Where
Actually, I think Staggy he had a concussion protocol issue going, and he's kind of a tweener. He gets in on some varsity snaps whenever he's healthy.
Yeah, I thought so.
He's a baller. He's a tough kid. So with 4:45 left in the game, the Hornets are up 63-14 on the Franklin Knights. We got some young Knights out there, so it's very exciting to watch.
Connor Ritchie warming up, thinking he might get a shot to
keep that leg warm, man.
Try a long one here. Oh, coming through clean. Head up, baby, head up.
Oh, boy.
Get him, D. All right.
D. Ross.
Dallas Ross and Jaden Wilmuth.
Jaden's a sophomore. I had him in basketball a few years ago. Real hard worker. Good to see him out there.
Who was the cruise missile that
I was just
if he would have had his head up would have made a heck of a tackle, but
I didn't see the play, but I'm going to say it Balsamo.
It very well might have been, but
he moves and he's a missile out there.
It was a cruise missile. He's going to get hurt though if he get that head up.
Yeah.
It's hard to teach, especially the younger kids, to want to hit.
Yeah.
It's a little bit, I shouldn't say a lot easier, a little bit easier to get them with their form and their technique. So good to see them flying around, but like you said, got to get the head up. That's not good, not good.
So run play.
Ball. Well, I think we got it.
Yep.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure we got it.
We got it.
Looked like, was that Knight that was down in there?
Nope.
No,
he's signaling.
Oh, no, it might be Caden. I saw blue. I think I saw blue.
Caden's got the blue sleeves.
And I don't see him.
Yeah, Franklin ball. All right.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, there he is.
It is Caden. Nice play, Caden. That's some nice. Look at the beef coming out there. There's some big kids coming out. You better be ready next couple years if you're playing these young Knights.
Caden, just like in basketball, he was always around the ball.
He was.
Rebound, loose ball, steal. He just was always around the ball.
Okay, so 3:30 left in the game. Looks like the Knights are going to make a last push here. Maybe we can get a touchdown or something.
He broke the huddle with 12.
Is
full house back? Or no, we got a quarterback back. I thought we had a full house backfield back there. But
that's Freddie in the
Freddie
backfield.
Blackhurst with a pitch to Caden. Looked like a little face mask there.
I thought the same. So maybe Freddie's our backup
Could be.
quarterback. I don't know.
Old Mr. Blackhurst was just one mammoth of a lineman. I don't think he'd play much of a quarterback.
No.
But I tell you what, every quarterback that he played, they knew who he was. Oh, you're darn right.
I went to Westminster, and that's where Coach Blackhurst was an All-American there.
Yeah.
National champion, All-American, and he came one day, and I knew him and had the utmost respect for him. But he got there, and they had him in a golf cart. And they treated him like royalty.
Awesome.
It was really neat. Everybody knew him. Everyone shaking his hand. It was cool. There goes Freddie.
Keep by Freddie.
There goes Freddie. Hold the ball.
All right, Freddie, hold on.
First down.
Somebody was trying to tackle him high, and Freddie said, "No, sir." That's gonna be a first down for old Freddie Blackhurst for the Knights, moving the chains with about 2:25 left in the game here. Freddie coming off, getting the call. I like it. It's good to see Freddie out there,
Oh, yeah.
He's he's an athlete.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
You never have favorites, but it's so hard not to like Freddie.
Sure.
He's just such a great kid.
Yeah, everybody likes Freddie that knows him.
He's
a great kid, and he's fun to play around with, too.
He is.
Since he's a little pitch to Mincer.
Finding somebody to
Boy,
hit.
Caden, there you go.
I tell you
Get up there, Caden.
man.
Wow. Look at him go.
Nice play.
Not only does these young group of kids got some beef, they've got some flyers.
Yeah, Caden.
Yeah.
Him,
Caden,
Freddie,
Logan.
yeah.
Freddie.
Yeah.
They can play.
All right. And then you get Maddox back healthy as a QB.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like Caden needs a little break. Somebody needs to. Well, Coach Weimer up here is trying to get you a break there, Caden, but no one's listening to me. So a little minute and 10 seconds left.
Give it back to him. He's not tired.
Right. He will be tomorrow.
he can't stand up, but other than that,
Hey,
I think he was good.
Just a fake handoff and throw it to, Freddie keeping it. Keep hold of that ball, Freddie.
Fred.
Boy.
Logan's trying to, or Caden's trying
Still
again.
trying to get out.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Look at him. He's still trying. Poor guy. There he goes.
He's a tough kid. He'll be getting an ice bath somewhere tonight and soaking it away. So it looks like there's going to be one more play left for the Knights. We'll see what they muster up. I'd like to see Freddie throw that ball.
I was just going to say that. Let her fly. Hickory band.
Speaking from my heart here, I want to see Freddie throw that ball to D. Ross. That'd make my
nice.
night.
Yeah,
oh
right.
boy.
Let her rip.
Get it out there. Uh-oh. A pitch. That's
Balsamo.
Balsamo. Boom.
Nice, good, hard run.
Yeah.
And that's going to do it.
That's going to be the end of the game with the Hickory Hornets holding on to a 63-14 victory over the Franklin Knights. So a long first half and a quick second half. And some great things are happening here. And we're going to...
We can't really break for commercials since with our technical difficulties. We're going to go right into the postgame show.
Welcome to the postgame show. I'd like to, before we go too far, I want to thank all of our wonderful sponsors. Good to see Drew Wilkinson up here, back from Clarion University. They had a victory last night.
Yeah, against Lincoln University.
Yeah, so what are they? The Golden Eagles.
Yes.
So go Golden Eagles, wings up. So the sponsors for tonight, UPMC Orthopedic Care, Franklin Industries, Franklin Oil Region Credit Union, State Farm agent Michael Dill, Franklin Bronze, the Precision Components, Crawford Health Improvement Coalition, serving the health needs of Northwest Pennsylvania. Pizza Joe's.
Oh, yeah.
And we appreciate Pizza Joe's because they are sponsoring the Player of the Week tonight and all year.
All year.
So, and also, last but not least, Allegheny Toyota. So, as you can see, the Knights are shaking hands with the Hornets. Good sportsmanship out there. I didn't see anything dirty tonight, so it's a nice sign for good sportsmanship.
Always the worry in those blowouts. Starts to get chippy at the end.
It does. So, with the Knights coming to a halt tonight, we're the player of the game tonight. The Pizza Joe's player.
The Bistro by Pizza Joe's.
The Bistro by Pizza Joe's. Player of the game is Mr. Cole Buckley.
Pride of 965.
The
Polk,
pride of Polk, Pennsylvania. A lot of good plays tonight by Cole. He was Mr. kind of do it all tonight. You know, he was doing. You know, they have they direct snap it to him. They'd have him, run out of the backfield.
Yeah, lined
throw
up
him the
everywhere.
ball.
Yeah.
I mean, he was
Kicking,
our dynamic.
punting.
He was even punting tonight. So good to see Cole Buckley out there. He came back from an injury, had a great touchdown run. One of the best ones, and he had one of those one-handed grabbers that he seems to start making one every game. I don't know if this is if it's routine or not, but that's Cole Buckley. So shout out to Cole for the Pizza Joe's player of the game. So to wrap things up tonight, Chad, let's look forward to next week.
Yep. Who do we got next week?
Next week
General
is
McLean.
at General McLean.
Oh, all right.
So, you know, they
beat Slippery Rock week 1. I don't know who they even played tonight.
Yeah, I did see they won last week, but I'm not sure this
and
week.
Slippery Rock's a very good opponent, so I have a feeling General McLean's going to be a tough game, and it's up in General McLean. And I don't know about you guys, but every time we go north, it's windy and cold.
Yeah.
This bald guy gets cold all the time. And so anyways, enough about me and my boo-hooing. We'll look forward to that, and hopefully the Knights can get some health back.
Yeah, get
We'd
Jason
like to
back, Kerry, hopefully, and hopefully nothing too serious with Eddie.
And again, kudos tonight to the Knights. They hung tough. That second group quote JV kids.
Yeah,
they played tough.
They put on a good show.
They did, and so we'll see how things go. But so for tonight, the Hickory Hornets sting the Knights, and next week we'll be at General McLean. So for myself, Chad Wilkinson, Mr. Slick Nick Billingsley, we bode you good night. Until next week.
Go Knights.
Go Knights.